Yourself.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. I'm glad we was able to get this taken care of.
Yeah. I don't know what happened the first time when I hit on click it says you can't join, and then like when I had said okay, it just Siri just shut it off.
Word.
Okay.
Well, so tell me, man, how's everything, man? How's everything in the camp? I know you got a whole bunch of kids as amateurs. Who we need to look out for, Coach? Who's the next upcoming?
Whoa, man! It's a whole bunch of them, man. So many. I can't even remember all the names, but you got the grandsons. You got Emmanuel Chase coming up, and his brother Jalite Chase coming up, and a host of other things. Guy kid from Italy, Giovanni Sacchito, he's coming up, and other lot of big surprises. We don't want to put the names out there, but yeah. Other than that, yeah, we're going good, man. I mean, we have a big event coming up next weekend, and we're looking forward to bring back some more champs.
Nice, nice. Are you guys continuing to bring a lot of events to your city of
Oh
Newark?
yeah. We've just been on a hold for a minute, but hopefully, maybe before April, we should have an event, and after April, we should be back in the full flow of some all our events that we had putting together, and from now until next year.
Nice, nice, nice.
We're gonna put
So
it together.
I just want to present you the right way. This is Willie Moses, coach of Shakur Stevenson, grandfather of coach head trainer of Shakur Stevenson from the beginning time, everything that he knows. Also, people are starting to recognize your other amateur, Zay Moses, as well. Starting to get a lot more recognition as well, and he has a lot more other fighters as well. So, um, this is Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media, the fighters channel, the trainers channel, the people's channel. Make sure you guys smash the like button. So, Coach, let's get right into it, man. As far as we know about Shakur, they saying that he has one more fight with top rank, or his contract is coming up this year.
Well, yeah, his contract is up. This last fight he has, this fight will be his last fight with them, and and he's going to negotiate his career, after this here fight. And, there's no direction. I don't want to give you no answer, anything right now. What direction he's talking about going? But from what he told me, it's going to be a real, very lucrative transaction for him.
Awesome. So currently, we still have You're still in negotiations, but in the same time, you're still in contract with Top Rank for approximately a few months.
Yeah, one more fight.
Do you believe that it's going to be the winner of Lomachenko and Cambosos? Is it going to be more on the factors of, you
Mhm.
know, people are talking about the Navarrete fight. They think that that might be a big fight. What's your eyes set on, and what you're thinking?
Well, right after I came back from Shakur's last fight, right? Being at the IBF, it was right here in New Jersey, right? Went to some of their people and asked a request for a fight for the IBF champion, which was that belt that Devin had. And a week later, that I'm hearing that Devin is moving up, giving up the belt, and they said that we would have to fight the winner of Lomachenko and Cambosos for that title. So I've been campaigning for it, and then the IBF title was something Shakur always wanted too, being especially it's a New Jersey-based title. So we're looking forward to that.
Mm. So, is that something that's still like, hey, I that's the fight I want. If I'm gonna have one more fight in Top Rank, that's like the
Well,
marquee fight.
if you listen to Shakur, his goals has always been the very best. So let me give you an example. Like when we were coming out of the amateurs, right? I coached Devin for 3 years on the USA team and all this and all that. But prior going into that, you'll notice that a lot of these guys had obtained losses. You know what I'm saying? You know, from I don't want to mention their names, but every one of them, except us. Anyway, a lot of losses or people had beat them, you know, from around the country. So we know going into those tournaments, like, you know, every athlete's amateur boxer goal is to go ahead to be on an Olympic team, win an Olympic medal, win a gold medal, and all that. That's what the whole amateur process is. But all those guys had opportunities, but they steered away from that. Like Devin could have fought on for the USA team, not on the USA team, but he could have fought an Olympic trial. He wouldn't have advanced, but he could have won and proven that he can beat. He was the best fighter in the country. He didn't do that. So a lot of those guys didn't do that because they had been previously beaten and would have had to fight against the guys that beat them. So a lot of them didn't want to tarnish their record coming out of the amateurs and moving forward. So they jumped to the pros and started paying for their fights, and now they champ. So now the amateur part of it is Shakur wanted to prove day one from the beginning that he was the best fighter in the country. So this is why he never took the opportunity to turn pro or go that ahead of the time, because he still wanted to solidify his career as being one of the best fighters in the world. For example, Devin was on the team with me. You know, Devin never won gold, not one time. I think Devin won silver and bronze a couple of times, right? Out of all the tournaments, but he never won first place. That's even in the world tournament. You know, I don't want to talk about a lot of things why they really left the team and all that kind of stuff. You know, that was some in-house stuff that you won't go down today. And you know, if Devin ain't man enough to take care of all that business that he had back then we know, especially at 140, and he got an opportunity to see the guy that ran him from the team. Anyway, and that's another story. But so
We're
now
gonna get into all that.
we'll just go ahead and prove that he was the best fighter in the world. So he went that amateur route. Okay, so he won his first world championship at what, 13, 14 years old. Okay, we happened to be in Ukraine. You know, we went to Italy. Is where I first with Giovanni. You heard me speak of Giovanni. Is when I first met Giovanni in about 2014. And
Is
yeah,
that
about
the one that beat Tank in the amateurs?
Giovanni. No, the one that no who beat Tank in the amateurs, but I don't say it was a good call. I really don't say he's big because it was a hometown decision. Was Julian Rodriguez.
Oh yeah, Julian Rodriguez. Yeah. So it was political.
Yeah. So you see what happened when he fought producer and Tank fought producer. Okay, so we know that. Okay, so I think they gave Julian a decision over Tank. That's my word. That's the way I see it. But anyway, other than that, now, I'll tell you this here. Tank's goals wasn't about never really winning a gold medal or going to the Olympics and all that kind of stuff. Tank wanted to be a world champion from when. So the sooner he turned pro, the sooner he realized he could feed his family and help his community and everything else. So, you know, he never really had those big aspirations of proving that he's the best amateur fighter in the world. He always wanted to be the best pro fighter in the world. So their careers were different. So, you know, this is why you see it the way it is now. And, you know, Tank and Shakur came up sparring a lot. You know, every time Shakur pop up, I want to spar Tank. I want to spar Tank. They would spar back and forth. And me and Calvin met before him and Tank was even thought about. You know what I mean? Because we had fighters before that, before those guys were, and they were very, very young when we did start going, because we used to travel together. And we used to call ourselves More Jersey, Baltimore, New Jersey. That was our team. And Calvin created. But to make a long story short, Shakur kept wanting to go ahead. He wanted to go to amateur. He won his first world championship at 13, 14. He won his second world championship at 16, 17. He also won what you call the AIBA Fighter of the Year, which no other male fighter in the United States has ever won that. He's the only one to ever win that. Only other person from the U.S. who won it was Clarissa. So now, at an early age, Shakur was proven, was said to be the best fighter in the world at 17. Okay, he won that honestly. So he had a lot of international recognition. I mean, one year, man, we fought in one tournament, man. Actually, after we won this big cup called the Velez Cup, right? And we went to the Providence of Uman in Russia, and we went out there. And we came back one day to spar this kid in New York, in Gleason's. And there was a Russian trainer there. He said, Coach, 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 listen, man. Hey, here, the whole Russia is teaming up to beat your grandson. Everybody in Russia wants to beat your grandson. So I said, yeah. So anyway, when we got to that final tournament in Bulgaria, man, the guy started really trying to throw his cord to the ground and everything. And when he finished the tournament, his right foot, his toe was pink and black. The nail was coming off it. From the Russians, they allowing him to stop on his toe and everything for the whole fight. So he fought at least we fought 5 different previous world champions during that course, and we beat them. So the score was a legitimate world champion around the world before he even turned to the pros. So looking at that. Now his goal is almost the same thing. So now when you talk about that fight, he wants to win every belt. He wants to be undisputed, across the board. So those are kind of goals that he feels is part of his legacy. He looking to obtain, and it doesn't matter who he fights. He don't care. He'll tell you that. Anybody that's that's there to prevent him or to stand in his way, he's more than willing to take the fight. He ain't turning down like this last fight. It was crazy because, we had great sparring for this here fight, man. We was ready. We sustained one injury 1 week. Wow, okay, we moving again. We sustained another injury, another week. Wow. In the 3rd week, we sustained another injury. We went to the doctor and all this shit. And school said, Pop, I'm all right. Pop, I'm all right. So we be working. And I say, Jack, something ain't right. Something ain't right. The score didn't want to tell me. Okay? So he went and took the fight. The sparring was so good. One, we had this Cuban kid that was undefeated. He was great. His other sparring partner knocked out Montana Love, okay? And we was beating the crap out of that kid that beat Montana Love. You know what I'm saying?
Liam Paro?
The kid from Australia.
Oh, Stevie Sparks.
The Southpaw that knocked Montana Love out a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Liam Paro.
Yeah. That was good. Very good work for us, man. He learned. I seen in that fight, he picked up a couple of things from us too. Anyway, so he was prepared, man, and he went and fought this here fight. So while the fight was going on, I was saying the same thing. Jack, something ain't right. School wouldn't want to tell me because he thought I would want to stop the fight. So Jack tells me after the fight, well, he said he didn't want to tell you, might want to start the fight. And he said he don't want to make no excuse not to fight because he don't want people to say he was scared or no shit like that. Dumb kiddie shit, those are the kind of things that affect fighters, you know what I mean? So on the fourth to fight with one hand. So, after we saying that he couldn't use it, after he used it the first round or so, it hurt him real bad. So he knew he couldn't hurt it where he couldn't use it for defense. So we started jabbing him, hooking him off us, walking him around, scoring points and whatnot. Okay, we got to the last round. I said, Shakur, listen. All right, we don't want to leave our hand. Listen, we got one round. Start throwing that 1-2. Everything, start throwing a jabbing that shot on him because we was hitting him with the jab all day. So he went through that fight. So now, after the fight, Shakur says, Pop-Up, man, I didn't like my performance. I said, Shakur, what's wrong with you, man? How could you not like your performance, man? You stood in there for the guy, a very vulnerable opponent, with one hand, and you beat him, man, with one hand. Imagine if you had two. I still don't like it, but then he sat down. He started looking at the fight and started seeing some of the things that he was capable of doing in the fight, and that he was doing in the fight. He said, "Oh man, this was a good fight," So he appreciated it because he realized that he'd done something. He was short-handed. He didn't have two hands. He had one hand. So to me, for him, that was a bigger boost of confidence of his talent, to go in there and do that, not make no complaints, not say nothing about before his shoulder hurt. He never said anything after the fight that he was hurting. He was actually hurt in three places: a knuckle, hyperextended elbow, and the back shoulder blade. So, when I look at that, and we look at that, and we look at all the other guys, for reasons that they don't fight and that they make up the fight, and I'll tell you this here, Devin and Bill said that a long time ago that they would never fight Shakur. They're going to stay ahead of his weight class. And that's coming from the horse's mouth, okay? And I know he said that. So all that charade stuff Devin and I be talking about, he walked for that was a bunch of BS, you know what I mean? Because he should really be wanting to fight the guy that slapped him in the head and took his sneakers, all right? And he's at 140 right now.
Really?
Yeah.
When was this, Coach?
No, listen, that's some in-house shit, man. That's personal. I heard Bill say something real.
You already threw it in the yard.
Huh?
You already threw it in the yard.
Yeah, well, I know the real deal. I've been there.
Mm-hmm.
You hear a lot of people. Nobody don't talk to me about a lot of stuff about boxing because we legit. We done beat a lot of the top fighters and a lot of the top coaches out here. And the U.S. and around. I mean, the top, okay? So, I think, what he wants to do, as I said, is solidify his legacy in boxing, and, I try to encourage him not to talk a lot, to be on there. This is why he don't talk a lot of whatever it is, because I said, grandson, it's fine that, you want to participate and be part of, the social media, but one thing you can't do is let social media become a part of you. I mean, your thing is boxing. You're not a person that does an entertainer or something like that. Your thing is boxing. So if it doesn't pertain to boxing, don't talk about it. All that little personal stuff and then the fighters be saying a little kitty ass shit, it really don't matter because at the end of the day, you got to get in the ring. And, right now, and, it's not been like, this has not just been happening, in terms of Shakur not being able to get fights, Right now, I have two little grandsons right now that box in the word in 2 states. They didn't nobody want to fight him in the state here. Didn't nobody want to fight him in the region. They're only 8 and 10 years old. So, that been going on. And as well, we had the same thing with a lot of our fighters, And we went to down to Vegas with our young troopers. We went to Floyd Gym and all that, okay? And the real deal, this kid Giovanni went there, man. He fought 2 of Floyd heavyweights, and he was only 180 pounds, man. He stopped both of them cats. You know what I'm saying? And my grandson, the first time we went there with my grandson, Zay Quinn, we sparred some kid up in there, and out here, this the kid that beat up Rolly, and he was 6-0 as a pro. My grandson at the time was only 17. We sparred him. Zay Quinn beat the crap out of him. So, everybody asked, yo, man, what's your name? Zay Quinn Moses. Said, oh, okay. What weight you fight? 125. Oh, shoot. You gonna meet Carmelo. You gotta fight Carmel. Yeah. You gotta fight. So, he met Carmel. He beat Carmel. You know what I'm saying? So we get a lot of that with a lot of our fighters. Not when you see Emmanuel Chance and Jali, little guys, you're gonna be like, man, whoa, look at these guys. You're gonna say it's all fruit off the same tree. It's the system, bro. And then we've been blessed. With some great athletes because if the athletes weren't who they were, we wouldn't be capable of doing achieve the things that we did with them. So it goes on. Like a lot of people say, why I'm not here, why I'm not there, why I'm not here. I'm back here home. What we call it in boxing and life, we throwing the ropes, we throwing the ladder. You know what I'm saying? We just not gonna leave, and we can have a lot of little Shakurs and Emmanuel Chances and all them coming out of the same system. It's been working that way for me for years now. You know what I'm saying? My first Olympic finalist was in 2008, Angel Santos. He lost to Sean Estrada back then. You know, and if that kid had stuck in boxing, he'd have been a world champion. Now, this is what I learned. A lot of things that I learned through the course of coming in. The biggest thing is you have a lot of great fighters out there can really be great, but a lot of them really don't have the opportunity to achieve their greatness. So the ones that do, that's fortunate, like Shakur through boxing, Tank through boxing, Devin through money. No, it's not nothing on the wrong, but the money has enhanced his career. And Ryan Ryan had a great family support behind him. His mom and everything walked him. I mean, he had great family support. A lot of athletes don't have that, so they fall off and going through the cracks and whatnot, never make it. So our goal was to start an organization called Stevenson Moses Boxing for Life to let these kids that they can have a real life in boxing. So now once they start their amateur career and go on to their next levels in their career, they'll have an avenue to go straight through. They don't ever have to veer off and worry about the streets because they're always being taken care of inside of boxing. So that's been our goal. And Shakur's main goal is to keep continuing to do what he does so he could prove to them that through hard work, dedication, and belief that you can do it.
Mm. Yeah, that's awesome. So, blessings to that, coach, and all you do for the community and all the youngins as well. But getting into that fight specifically with Edwin de los Santos, a lot of people going to be asking me, Mills, why didn't you ask this question? Why didn't you ask that question? And I really want to get some of these questions out because I feel like the media, they need the answers. And you spoke upon some of the injuries that Shakur had, 3 places, from the hand to the elbow to the shoulder, from the back shoulder blade. Um, you spoke upon Shakur in the corner, throw that left hand, and I'm pretty
Right,
sure you knew that this question was coming. Um,
right.
you should shoot that left hand, throw that 1-2. You knowing the fact that Shakur is hurt, what why were you so intense of wanting that hand to be thrown? I understand as a coach, fighters understand. Why did you were so persistent upon it?
At that point, I think, not taking anything after speaking to De Los Santos, I saw why. But I thought like all championship fighters in that last round, I figured he gonna come try to bring the smoke, and he didn't.
Yes.
So if he was gonna come, we was gonna hit him with straight punches. That was the goal then. You know what I mean? All we needed was to stay ahead in the scorecards and whatnot, and hit him with clean collar shots and win the round at that point. That's why in that last round I said, "You got one round. Use it. After this, you out." You know what I'm saying? So he did. He tried to throw and hit him with the left hand. He threw out bananas, a couple of things. He tried to land with it because I wanted him to be aggressive. I didn't want him to actually go out and try to protect the hand and not worry about it. I wanted him to defend himself first. This is why I told him he got to use it. And what it really gets me is that man, his mental fortitude, man, because he hurt his hand on a few occasions. We never say anything about it, but and he constantly used it, man. And oh man, it's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, his tolerance of pain, like I was telling you about.
But you wasn't telling them to throw it in the last round, coach. I
Yeah,
think it was like round what, 8, 7?
yeah, but this is when he tried one time and it held even worse. So the last round is when I told him to pick up that 1-2, and I hit him with them shots in the jab. Mainly because we figured, I figured that he was going to be coming to try to win the fight. So, like I said, now after talking to him after the fight and whatnot, he told me he just said he couldn't hit him. He said he couldn't hit him. I couldn't hit him. And that was a lot of respect. Too much respect with both of them had. But Shakur had to make sure he didn't injure his fellows because if he injured his hand and couldn't continue, then he'd have lost that fight. Okay, it'd have been stopped. So he had to complete that fight. So this is no
And
we
how
was
would it have been stopped?
Right. So, by
I
injury, due to injury, he couldn't defend his hurt. Man.
just
Yeah,
feel like, hey, I give up. I can't throw it anymore.
you can't use it anymore. You can't, if they hit it and they keep on it, that's gonna make it worse and worse and worse. So he had to protect it first and score at the same time with that one hand. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Notice if you
Um,
listen, you want to start coming to at one time in the eighth round. That's eighth round, and I said start walking this guy around. Okay. Then he started making him moving his feet. He couldn't sit down on the punches and whatnot. That took away a lot more of his offense.
mm, mm. You know, um, after the fight,
Uh,
Richardson Hitchens, he had things to say on my podcast about the matchup itself because he sparred De Los Santos, said that this is a dangerous fight for Shakur. Um, and then in the same time said it, in other podcasts he was just kidding. They're not friends anymore, kind of gearing up towards that, and a little bit of knowing that there's friends with his friends with Tank, and knowing that that's going to be a big fight down the line. I've noticed on Twitter,
right.
Shakur has kind of been down upon it, and I think it's the media has kind of like been throwing upon the boring performances when guys like us have really strived to say, "Yo, the style that Shakur has is in the pocket style, very entertaining." But this
Mm,
fight right here didn't show that.
mm.
And it was worse than the Nakatilia fight because at least with the Nakatilia fight, he brought it at times. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? And he knocked him down too.
we had the left hand. We had the left hand. This one,
Correct.
we didn't. This one, we didn't have no left hand. Our left hand is our bread and butter. Especially catching guys on the front end, the back end. You know what I mean, and catching on the outside or whatever. And we weren't able to do that. So we relied mainly on our jab and hooking this guy off a phone. If we can get an uppercut in there and the body shot, one hand,
Hmm.
one
Hmm.
crazy, right?
No, no, yeah, absolutely. And like, now there's been a lot of more respect. In the beginning, he said, "Hey, I wouldn't rematch him." Now on Twitter, he's saying, "Hey, I would like to rematch him." I think that, like I said, the stuff that the media say make you want to go and rematch. The people want it. I mean, I have put a poll up here. Who should Shakur fight up next? I said, "Hey, Edwin de los Santos rematch, Navarrete, or the winner of Loma versus Cambosos." It's a very close matchup when it comes down to Loma Cambosos versus Edwin de los Santos.
Let me give you an insight. I'm gonna tell you right now. My grandson, that Dos Santos, is unfinished business. Believe me, he's gonna come back for that. But I don't think at any point right now, nobody would pay a lot of money for that fight again. You know what I'm saying? It'd be
Mm.
more lucrative to go back. And now for Shakur, I'm telling you, hear it from my mouth. He don't leave no unfinished business on the road. Okay, if anybody get a rematch, it'll be Del Santos. Trust me.
Mm. You
Yeah,
believe it's gonna happen?
I promise you this here. If Shakur, we fight somebody and somebody think they could beat us and we beat them and yo, buddy, Shakur rematch that in a minute. He don't care. I'm telling you right now, I ain't got to say. I know it.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
don't like leaving unfinished business, on the table.
In your eyes,
But you know what?
what?
I'll tell you one thing for sure. That'd have been a great fight because Shakur might have knocked that kid out because we was well prepared for that kid, man. The work we had for this kid, we were sharp as a tack too, man. And
Mm.
we sparred the kid, 140, the Australian kid. We sparred him almost the whole camp, and the Cuban kid
Paro.
is undefeated too. He's a great boxer, counterpuncher. So we was well prepared for everything for that to fight, man. Oh, Shakur was, oh man. But now this here, me as his trainer. Shakur's only had one trainer his whole life. Okay, and he's saying that bullshit that I'm lying there was gonna be. But anyway, this camp it's only two times that I really felt miserable and bad for my grandson. As those injuries he had in this camp, and the one time when he didn't make that weight, man, it was so miserable. Oh man, you put ice in his mouth, he couldn't even spit it out, man. So I called, no, that's it. I wasn't going to see my son go through that just to lose a pound or two to fight. We was going up anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I called, I said, hey, no, we're not going to struggle like that. You know what I'm saying? We got to be healthy to fight tomorrow, okay? And, you know, the day after tomorrow, after the weigh-in. So, those 2 times is times, I mean, even when he fought with the hurt knuckles, one time when we was on Team USA, we struggle with a thing they call golfer's thumb, you know, how the hyperextended thumb. Those, he fought through the knuckle. He fought through his toenail coming off black and blue. He fought in a world championship with his toenail like that. So, you know, he's used to it, man. He like, Pop, you always tell me one pain don't paralyze the whole body. You tell me I'm a machine head. Yeah, but you're a machine. You got brains too, okay? You got to use those sometimes, you know what I'm saying? If it takes 7, you know, hey, we don't worry about what people say. It don't matter. And when it's all said and done, your career will solidify itself. You know what I mean? You're gonna have always people have different things to say. How many times you go to, like I used to tell my grandson when he was a kid, how about when you're in the ring boxing? It's only you in there, right? But if you're gonna pay attention to what everybody out there say, you're in the ring boxing, you start listening to people outside the ring, you're gonna find out that every one of them have something different to say. Do this here, do this here, do this here, do this here. It's only you in it. You gotta block that out, just like in life. So now when it comes to the social media things and whatnot, those things, he can't let that involve him or get into him or let that become who he is. You know what I'm saying? Because he might lose focus who he really is. He's a fighter, not a journalist or nothing like that. So go ahead and keep, you know, focus on fighting, focus on your family, focus on his kids that you out here being a mentor to and being an example for. And you see, this is the most thing that I really like for it. You know, Shakur done it the right way. You know, it's just like we look for each one of our children to go to college. You know, we go to high school, a grammar school, go to high school, college, and if they want a major, have a specialty, they take their specialty, go on and keep going each level and getting better and enhancing their career. This is the same thing what Shakur did in boxing. He went from the JO all the way to the junior, to the intermediate, to the senior, to the elite, to the Olympian, now to the world champion. So these are a lot of things that you will love boxing to do through your life. Some people don't get the opportunity to do a lot of that, and gain that much experience and that much world experience and can fight against top champions. So now, when you look on an international level, like I said, through the world championships that we won, okay, we fought 5 different world champions along the way that were fighting just as good as Shakur was, supposedly. They were world champions as well. So we defeated them around the world. Then the next thing I think we accomplished when we went to the world team, Shakur was the captain. We appointed him captain, okay. We'd headed the only world team to ever win a world team title. We won with Shakur, Damani Rock, and Jahara Gonzalez. No other USA boxing team has ever won a world team title. That was the first that we done. And I trained all 3 of them for that tournament. You know, saying the success been, you know, going across the board. I remember this kid K, Coach K. One time me and Shakur, we was in a locker room, so it's this song that I made up for you. Let's say, oh God, there's a battle on. The battle on. Yeah, we shall win. We went for the gold. When the title's gonna go in it. Anyway, I started singing that song right then, and Coach gonna say, "Yo, that's that USA boxing shit." And Shakur said, "That ain't no USA boxing shit. That's our shit, man. Get out of here." You know what I'm saying? You know, because he's a fake coach. You know, because if you look at it, I coached Devin and all those guys, Lexus Rocha, all those guys, man, from 2012 to 2015. Shakur for the Olympics in 2016. He was already qualified for the Olympics then. Okay, at that time I was training his fighter, Antoine Douglas was undefeated and winning until I stopped training him. Once I stopped training him, his career permanent went straight down. Okay, but anyway, that's another story. That's another story. So, like I said, what you want to do when he wants to do when he leaves his career, I'm all over the place, but I'm trying to get back to what you said. Is actually solidify his career in boxing by beating everybody and anybody that he has to. I'm gonna tell you right now, any one of them guys you ask Shakur to fight any one of them, Shakur said he gonna tell you I've been wanting to fight him all the time.
Mm,
You know what I'm
mm.
saying? This
I
is
hear
nothing.
you on
Huh?
Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. We have 230 people on the live. We have 58 likes. Let's get these likes up. Let's make it sense, man.
Uh,
Become a member as well. So, Coach, when we talk about the 135 division, obviously Tank Davis is in that same division. He says he's going to stay at 135. Coach Kenny says they have unfinished business, so they don't
mm,
plan on chasing Devin to 140.
wait wait a minute.
Obviously, you guys are the names.
Let's be realistic.
Okay, let's get it.
Tank is not but so tall, but so big. Now,
Mm-hmm.
realistic, would it make a lot of sense for him to go up and start fighting bigger people just because the public want him to? No, Tank is who he is. He's a little tank. You know what I mean? And hey, I think, him solidifying himself where he is and handle all his business down there. And it's time for him and Shakur to fight. If he want to come up, because Shakur, listen, every 2 years, in Shakur's whole career, he's went up in weight from a kid all the way up into now. And look at it. Look at the fights from 26. It's been like 2 years. His weight has been growing, and just like right now,
Is that gonna happen? Like by next year, he's at 140.
of course, that's the way his body is going. Look, see, I've been on USA Boxing for years and all this here stuff about. See, they don't put into the effect of bone hardening and how that causes weight. As the bones get heavier, the weight goes up. So now, you have guys still trying to cut weight, and now their body is no longer fit or structured for that. Their bones have gotten harder, it's bigger, so they try to cut weight, make it more difficult. So this is why, they've been on the emphasis of cutting weight now for so long, and the best thing is to move up, because you remember a few years ago, what was the Surgeon General said, was it about 7 or 8 years ago? They said that it takes us boxers, fighters, actually 7 days to recover, all right, from a workout, from a training camp to really be prepared to fight, almost like football, okay? They take 7 days before they get on the field again because their body is so sore. And you look, we get hit in more places than them, and we get hit more times than them. What what, what running back get hit 100 sometimes a game? None. Okay, we get take 100. So we know the effect of that on our body. So now for him to try to go up in weight and get heavier or fight a bigger dude, I think it'll affect his agility, his hand speed, and actually who he is. Because he don't have nothing to prove to somebody just because it's a weight class. If somebody want to fight him, let them come down to his weight class. That's what I tell them.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no, no,
real.
no. I hear you. I hear it. I hear it. And I agree. When it comes down to your fight, with Tank down the line, I mean, you're saying next year you're gonna go to 140. You understand why this fight with Devin and Tank can't be made right away right now. But what do you think as far as Shakur and Tank?
Let me
Does that
say
seem
this.
like it can happen first?
Let me tell you this here. We would love for it to happen first. Okay, look. I'm gonna say it like this here. Have you ever in your life seen Devin fight anybody for real, any real opponent?
I mean, Lomachenko.
Name him. Huh?
Lomachenko is a real opponent. He
That
is.
was that was so close, man. He got
It
hit
was
way. He got hit too much.
okay. Yeah, and then when it comes down to opponents, I mean, I know what you mean by
Name the opponent.
size.
Name the opponent. Who you just seen him fight?
Yeah, I mean, all the guys are smaller. They're smaller guys. Like I mean, I'm not too high on Kambosos. I think a Lomachenko win is a bigger win than 2 shots of Kambosos. The Jojo Diaz win. What do you think about Jojo Diaz? Was you not impressed?
Let me ask you this here. No. How many mandatories did not fight?
So what mandatory do you believe he ducked?
Answer my question. How many mandatories did he not fight?
I honestly I don't know. Do you know?
Do your
Do you know?
research. Do your research. No, I ain't gonna give you that information. You should know it.
You think it's gonna they're gonna duck? You're gonna show how many mandatory?
Answer this here.
Mm-hmm.
When Devin turned pro, right? Right? Okay. How many nobodies did he fight? How many bouts did he pay for? His opponents.
Ooh. The whole Mexican career. I mean, going to Mexico, that whole career was kind of like that. But I had to give him some
How
credit
much
though,
you think
coach.
they paid? How much you think that they paid to reverse that one decision he lost?
Oh, so you believe in that, coach? You believe in what Regis said?
Believe in it.
It's
You
true.
thinking it's real? Why do you think? Listen, Devin could have
Ooh,
stayed
breaking news.
in the USA and came here and fought for top-notch fighters and moved up the ladder even quicker. Then he would have a legitimate legacy. Yeah,
Mm,
by fighting them fighters in the U.S. that he didn't want to fight in the Olympic trials and all them others that beat their ass. Okay, all right.
mm.
He had to go through those guys to move up the ladder. He would have had to, in other words, he'd have had to fight, not pay for fight.
Yeah. I don't think he. I think really.
Yeah. That's the fact. Why you think it's done? Why you think when Devin and all them went over there, soon as they went over there, everybody said, "Oh man, it's no more. Everything's gonna be 50-50 now in Mexico."
Yeah.
Those are them. It didn't happen at the same time. Yeah, huh?
It did. It did.
Hey,
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But how do you know that?
hey,
How do you know that fight was gifted, coach?
how I know it was gifted?
Yeah.
It was paid for.
How do you know that?
How you know? Listen, why do people go to Mexico to fight?
To get easy fights, to get some wins, to get some
And how do they
KOs.
get that? How do they get that? Do you think you just pick up?
Cha-ching.
No, listen.
Ching-ching. Money.
Let me tell you, listen. Let me tell you how this here goes.
Talk to me. Talk to me, G.
In boxing, sanctioning bodies run boxing. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to come to Mexico and give their sanctioning body, let's say their president or whatever, some money to have them fight a bum, you think they're going to take it? Not going to take it? Go to Puerto Rico and see.
Yep. I hear you. I hear you.
Oh, all them little interim belts, y'all know, and all that. You know they pay for those. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
you know they'll pay for those. It ain't like he got awarded, was he fought his way to get to that. It was
Oh
that
yeah,
it was
absolutely. Money runs the sport.
it was money that it was money that done all of that for them.
Mm. Mm.
And then you
So
say, oh, you won this here title, interim title, and you done paid $2,500 for it.
mm. how do
Whatever they
you how do you see him doing at 140 pounds?
look.
You got Subriel Matias with the IBF.
You take
You
one of
got
the
Rolly and
look.
Teo.
Uh,
You got Rolly, Teo, Subriel Matias.
know who he'll fight first. I promise you.
Who would he fight
Rolly.
for?
Rolly.
But we got Rolly and Isaac Cruz on March 30th, though.
Uh-huh.
Um, Before we get into that prediction, though, I mean, like, do you think that he would fight Subriel Matias? Do you think that they're avoiding him? Do you think that if they go the Sandor Martin route or an Adrian Broner route, that they're kind of avoiding the IBF champion?
You know they are.
Mm.
Listen. Like, I used to be and still call myself close to Bill's mom and Devin's grandmom and them, they're good people, you know what I mean? My grandson used to stay down there, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I don't get too grimy, you know what I mean? But grimy is what grimy is, you know what I'm saying? And you know, they get real grimy at times, you know what I'm saying? You know, long as, like I said, long as he keep it away from my family and me and mine, and even I won't expose him and his boys and all that, you know what I mean? Y'all can think kids are great fighters if y'all want. Y'all entitled to y'all opinion. Well, wait till you see him get in the phone booth and have to fight somebody and see who come out. Okay? I've been there. I done seen it. I done seen it. Okay? All right? You know what I mean? So I really know who got the dog in them and who don't. You know what I mean? It's real shit.
Real talk. Real talk.
A lot of them is just as fake as they say it is. The only one I'm gonna tell you like this is, I done walked the walk with Calvin and Tank, me and Shakur. We done been and fought together. You know what I'm saying? Out there on the road. And them two niggas is real dogs. That would be the best fight in the world. You know what I'm saying? Right that time you see two great athletes. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the longer wait, you know, there will be a size disparity because Shakur is going to grow even more. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I don't believe keep cutting weight, cutting weight, cutting weight, cutting weight. Now to cut weight for maybe like 50 or 60 $million, that might be worth cutting weight for. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like that did, you know what I'm saying? You know, those things are worth it then. That's when this fight is at that level after everybody else has been cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? All right. So with it all said and be done, just go ahead and let him tank and score, clean out the line. All right. I'm gonna tell you right like this here. Devin is not gonna be at 140 much longer, especially if he wanted to try to fight Hammer. All right. He go up there and fuck with Hammer at 140. He gonna run his ass out of there. All right. Okay.
You think he's going for Hammer? You think he would go for Hammer, or you think that Hammer would get his ass out of there?
He should have some unfinished. He slapped the shit out of him. Shit. He should have some unfinished business with him.
Yeah, there it is, Coach. The hat's out of the bag now, Coach. Breaking news. Smash that like button.
Yeah. You know, that's one of the biggest things with me. You know what I'm saying? He talking all that shit 140 and all this here, and man, slap the shit out of you, and you ain't going after that motherfucker.
Amen. Amen. You gotta get that. It's like Charlo and Caleb Plant. They gotta get that.
You this bad, nigga. You so tough. Talking his head. His nigga slap this shit out of you like bitch slap your ass. And you don't want to go get that mama?
Damn. Lubin did that? Damn. Erickson Lubin. Jesus. Was it hard, Coach? Was it hard?
Man, yo, bro, listen. Yo, you don't even fight back, motherfucker. Come on, man. Damn. What motherfucker you gonna let smack you? I don't care. Oh, what, he 1 year older or 2 year older than you?
Who's there? Who's there, Coach? Who's there?
Who's there?
Yeah, where is this happening at?
This happened at the Olympic Training Center.
When they were young bulls. It don't matter. A smack is a smack. I hear you, Coach. I hear you.
Yo.
Wow. Wow.
Let me give you an example. I used to have some fighters, right? You know, one kid, Tyson Jones, he's about 3-4 time national champ. Used to smack Shakur and play with Shakur when he was little. Shakur used to, he said, Papa, when I get all right, he won't get in with he won't get in the ring with Shakur. So, if you, like I said, if you beat Shakur or you talk shit, I promise you, he coming back at you.
I don't know about y'all. We got 250 people on the live. This live deserves at least 200 likes, guys. Come on, let's get these likes up.
Listen. It got so bad. It got so bad, man. Look, when the motherfucker lied, oh, somebody stole my sneakers. Somebody stole my sneakers. You know,
So
the
they
guy
stole his
who they,
sneakers and slapped him. Damn.
check it out. They accused the kid from California, Alex, I forget his last name, was stealing his sneakers. So I sent the kid home. Then when I found out what really happened, we had to bring the head back to the team.
The dream.
Yeah. He probably been dreaming about them damn nightmares against slapped.
Die. Oh no! So you
You
think
tell me, look.
he pulled the
Every
Selena and
the
I'm
little kid
dreaming?
that ever been bullied or anybody ever done something, they be, wait till I can't wait. I'm gonna get that joker back. I'm gonna get him back. Yo, if it was Shakur and Shakur got slapped and he moved up to 140, that'd be the first motherfucker he'd be calling out.
Mm. Mm. It's different. There's levels. You know what I'm saying? You know what I
No.
mean? Stuff
It's not
stuff like that. Stuff
no,
like that shows you who you are.
right. As long as I can pick my opponent, I can act like I'm Big Wooly and do all this here and choose what I'm. I ain't got to do it all anyway because I already got money. All I got to do is talk this shit and steer around it. Talk like I want to fight and talk, and go fight somebody else because I got money. I ain't got to fight him.
Mm.
I ain't got to fight this mandatory and prove I'm the best fighter in the world, like I say, because his amateur career didn't prove he was the best fighter in the world because he got his ass beat. He lost every fucking tournament.
Ay, ay, ay.
And I'm right
Beautiful
there.
Friday. I ain't gonna hold you.
And
God
you know
bless
how
y'all.
I know? Know how he lost? Know how I know he lost every tournament?
Talk to me because you was the
One
coach.
goal, I was his coach. And what
Go
because of
figure.
me now, everybody else was winning. Let me stop.
Mm.
All right.
Mm. So, if in your opinion, coach, there's been talks about this fight so much. Do you feel like the fight will happen with Devin and Shakur? I mean, Devin and Tank.
Devin and Tank?
Yep.
Hell no. I don't.
Hell
I'm not.
no.
No, I don't think that. I don't think they got a hard enough to play Tank.
They
You
don't.
got.
They don't got it.
They do too much talking,
Oof.
huh? They do
Oof.
too much talking. Bill ain't never used to talk so much till he started making this here little bit of money. Matter of fact, when they're in the amateurs, Bill wasn't even coaching then. He was in the corner. I know Bill, when Bill brought Devin here to New Jersey to spar, Bill would work Devin corner then. But other than that, and like to get on the world team, I'm the one who was in Devin corner.
Mm. Shout out
And
to Mill City Boxing. Shout out to my man Willie Mosses, man. Shout out to everybody on the live showing the love. Listen, coach. So you
yeah,
see, and if the fight did happen, right, would it shock you? And who would you have winning the fight?
Devin and Tank,
Yes.
I got Tank.
Knockout?
Knockout. Devin can't. You listen. How many times you seen Devin get hit and get shaky legs?
mm.
No, you
About
see,
twice.
give me some of them answers. Hey, how many times he ducked the mandatory? How many times he done got hit and shook? All right, walking back to the corner, wobbling.
That
Huh?
Linares wobble was something. Do you think that that was
Hey,
because of the weight, though? Do you think that was because of the weight?
no. Y'all niggas really think Devin is a. Hey, listen, man. Like I said, I ain't gonna kick your
Yo,
brother
listen,
back.
Willie. The reason why I'm asking these questions is because I'm such a supporter of you guys and Tank, but they want to go and tell me that I don't ask the hard questions. They want to go and say that all that extra, you know?
Oh, I love the hard question because the one thing that you can get from me is the real truth. I'm gonna tell you, and I can't tell you the truth without having truth. You know what truth means? Basically, truth means beyond a shadow of doubt. Okay,
Facts.
that's what truth means. When you think about it, you can't doubt it. If somebody got a career you could doubt, hey, and you don't see the process of the resume, how can you bank on that?
Mm-hmm.
Now, how can you keep skipping processes? You skip the elite class and the amateurs fighting without the headgear. You rather go fight bums because you got to make that sacrifice to fight without a headgear somewhere. So rather than be done, okay, you skip that process. All right? Oh, the Olympic trial, where you see some of the guys, you skip that process. Working your way up the ladder, fighting ranked opponents. You skip that process. Okay? Fighting for your first world title against a defending champ. You skip that process.
Keep cooking, Willie.
Huh?
Keep cooking. Keep cooking.
Now, you done went through all these processes without the body of work, and you claim to be up here. How much will you throw yourself out there, and you know you haven't done it? Huh? Yeah, you talk about it, but don't talk about it. Be about it. Especially you going to tell somebody, offer somebody, say, I'll offer them some ludicrous shit, some bullshit that you know good and well they ain't going to accept anyway, because you know you ain't on this here level any damn way. So why would you even offer me something like that, nigga? And this is Shakur, been bringing you up and helping you. He even helped him with the Regis Prograis fight.
No.
Hey, son, yeah, he even helped him with that fight. If Shakur had told Devin that what he told him, Devin wouldn't have had the confidence to fight him.
It's funny because you and I in our last interview spoke upon that sparring and that about the sparring with Shakur and Regis, and yeah, we spoke upon that.
Yeah. So you know, it's not like this. You'll be surprised at a lot of other fighters out there that Shakur has sparred and been in the ring with, or top-notch guys and whatnot. It's not a reason why a lot of people don't want to fight him or won't fight him, because a lot of those top-notch, Shakur boy brings in all the top-notch levels and levels, top amateurs and everybody. So one thing, he probably want to see who coming. What's out there, you know what I'm saying? Then you want to start the toughest guys that we could bring money we could bring in. Okay? Listen, I remember one time they sent 5 farm partners in there. Shakur knocked them all out. One, bang, 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 bang. Okay? Coming up. Now, hey, we can't find nobody in this wall. Now, listen to this here. Just to show you how fast it is, the kid Gervonta. We was all around Vegas looking for sparring. Everybody that kid sparred twice will not spar him again. We sparred against a heavyweight, 21-0. We sparred against another undefeated fight, 12-0. None of them. He hit one kid with a jab, almost knocked him out the door with a roof in Raposa. And this kid can box, man. You know what I've been watching? What really impressed me in 2014, we were in the World Tournament. He beat one of the highest talented Cuban fighters in the world at that time. And, you know, he and I have been friends back and forth ever since then. You know, that's how, how impressive the kid was back then. And now he's got unbelievable power, speed, technique, great agility, movement, man. Yo, he's the real deal. Well, it was this much. I was going to sign this here kid with Antonio Lennon and Jay Prince, right? So when we took him to Mayweather and he stopped them 2 heavyweights, because when he's 180, and man, how much is the guy was like 220, the other one's little Mike's in 230 something, right? Yo, Shakur said, Shakur said, yo, Papa, I'm signing him. Shakur signed that kid.
Coach, my next question, You know, when it comes down to Tank and Shakur, there's been a lot of this audio has been really circuiting the media, and this has to do with the last fight and what Coach Calvin thinks about a Shakur fight. Here it is.
But why would I put Tank in a situation like that when we can't do what we do? Because right now, if Tank don't get a knockout, so I just wanted you guys. But why would I put Tank in a situation like that when we can't do what we do? Because right now, if Tank don't get a knockout,
so that's speaking upon Tank Davis, you know, and Shakur Stevenson. Why Calvin Ford wouldn't want to have a fight with Shakur Stevenson right now, because it doesn't stylistically, it doesn't fit the plan. People that want to see Tank want to see knockouts, and they believe that style
He
won't
said
be good.
Tank wouldn't get a.
That people want to see, that Tank's fans want to see a knockout, and with that style with Shakur, he'll
You with
never
me?
get.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
He
Can you
said
hear
that
me?
Tank. Clear what he said. Tank would get a knockout or wouldn't get a knockout.
No, they're speaking upon with that style that Shakur has. Tank's fan base wants to see a knockout. With that style, there's no way there's going to be no engagement with that type of style with Tank and him. They think it'll be similar, that fight with De Los Santos. What do you think about the
Well,
statements?
Shakur is who he is. Okay. Now, if he can't hit him, like Calvin knows Shakur and Tank been sparring since Shakur was little. He's seen it. He was right there. Okay. It is what it is. He don't think it'd be a knockout. Hey, a lot of people think that the only way Tank can win some fights is by knockout.
Right.
So what he said wouldn't be a knockout. So what's that saying?
They're
Let me
saying that
stop.
they wouldn't want to entertain a fight right now with Shakur because of that style.
Because it's a lot at stake. For them and for us too. But we a boxer. We come to box. And like I said, Shakur has been boxing Tank for a while, and Shakur know his style. Just that much. Not to say anything about it's just that. Now in terms of the fight, I think it would be a lucrative fight. It may be more lucrative down the line if you let it fester a little bit. You know what I mean? Like let them bump off everybody else and then head. But the thing about it is, you got to get everybody using each one other for us. I want to fight him. I want to fight him. I want to fight him. All this here. I don't want to fight. You see, you got people turning down fights with us saying they want to fight Tank. Why is that?
Good point.
Huh?
Good point. I mean, then again, the
I
payday
don't
for
know.
the payday for Tank. Remember back in the days, everybody wanted to fight Tyson just to get knocked out, just to get $1,000,000.
Hey, just to get that name, yeah. Now you starting to smell the coffee.
Yeah.
So now you see what all this here talk about. It ain't about thinking that you could beat this guy. It's about talking to get that payday. Now you hit the real deal.
Yeah,
So why
of course.
shouldn't they talk all that guy? Why shouldn't they get on social media and tell a bunch of lies and all this shit? Because, hey, don't let nobody fool you. Like Bernard Hopkins told me, man, he said in boxing, they'll cheat you all your life. Don't think they won't if you let them. Okay? And just like on social media, you can believe all this stuff that you hear if you let yourself believe it. We always know half of what you see and none of what you hear usually carry you a long way. Okay? And like I said, if you look at a lot of things that I talked about with you about fighters building their career and fighting through their career, you see, there's a lot of ways to get there, right? Like some people take steroids. Some people stay in the gym all day. All right. Some people may hire some of the greatest expensive coaches and techniques in the world. One person stay in the gym all day. Okay. And the one that's really doing everything is the one that's doing it right way consistently and going out there fighting. Now, take all of their opponents, right? Take all of their opponents, combine their loss record right? And then win record with Shakur's opponents and see who fought the best fighters.
Oh yeah, you talking about resumes between
Yeah,
Shakur and Devin?
Devin, Tank, all of them. Look at the wins and losses of their opponents, and look at the wins and losses of Shakur's opponents, and see who fought the best
From the
opponent.
start. You're talking about from the start. You're talking about from the start.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's not about how you start. It's about how you finish, right, Coach?
right. But you see, it's what you start, how you start to get there. We know the buildings with the strongest ones, strongest foundations are the ones that's now likely to stand the longest because they've been built the firmest. Okay, the ones with the weaker foundation have a tendency to go from the flood, the wind, the rain, the snow, everything. You know what I'm saying? So now you look at that. Who's been fighting the best people? Whose career been fighting the quality people? And it's going to tell this just like Terence. Look at Terence.
Right.
Terence walked the walk. You know what I'm saying? He done fought all quality fighters. You can't say what it was. Okay. He didn't turn down nobody. He fought everybody. Who's at the top?
Terence.
And, I can't say, give a lot of, but a lot of those primitive styles, answering the telephone and wipe your mustache, all that outdated shit these niggas doing now, that shit ain't working.
Facts.
That's why guys like Terence and Shakur are so effective. Because they got each other.
Right.
And me and we got each other. You know what I'm saying? And
No. It's true. It's a deadly combination.
Let me speak about that in terms of camaraderie and whatnot. Like I've been a lot of places in boxing and around the world and everything else, but a few years ago, I first met Terence, right? I think it was about in 2012, 11. He came to the Olympic Training Center and boxed everybody on the whole, boxed down whole team. Anyway, like that. To make a long story short. So now, when I met him then, when we turned pro, okay, I got more involved with him. I met Pomac and all them, and when I went to Nebraska, I got it. Two of the best places I've been treated in the world, okay, was Italy, Puerto Rico, and Nebraska. Okay, those
Talk to me about all of them.
Where I always been treated and felt like I was home and felt like I was, really appreciated and accepted. You know what I mean? And when I went to Nebraska, man, they said, gee, man, man, we're glad to have you here, man. You let I was like, yeah, sure, I'm glad to be here, man. Hey, we've been like a match made in heaven ever since, man. And we all both had the same ideas and same thing, the will and the drive to keep getting better, and not doing that through talk, doing that through real hard work, man. Real sharp mind. We got a saying, man, still sharp and still. So we want to spar Terence. You know what I'm saying? Bam, bam, bam. Make us better. Every time we get, man, hey, we're going to go Terence. His Terence got to fight. Terence got to, hey. And then happens when we got fighters training on the same card. Oh, man, we all train together, man. That camp, we coming out killers in that camp. So, it's been real, man. So those levels, you have to reach those levels. If you haven't reached those levels, you can't fake this shit. Ain't a game. You can't play boxing. Okay? And a lot of us playing boxing for talking and whatnot. Like I said, this is the God on the truth, man. I can tell you, brother, I go to war with every day because we went to war. Me and him saw each other out there. And know who else was out there too? And I'm glad this kid won a title. Lamont Roach. His grandfather and father, man, was around a long time, man. And, I done seen them and their family actually walk the walk from here on down, man, with a lot of fighters, training fighters, dedicated year after year after year. Okay, believe it or not, that's why guys like him, guys like Calvin, guys like myself are successful from all that year after year dedication and commitment, man. Not just to boxing, but to the boxing life. You know what I'm saying? And I mean that covers pretty much to some everything. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. So, Coach, some of the top news: March 30th, Amazon Prime comes back with the headliner Keith Thurman versus Tszyu, co-main event Rolly Romero versus Pitbull Cruz. What you think about both fights? What are your predictions? What's your thoughts?
Well, I think the Zoo and Thurman fight is gonna, it should be very aggressive. Hoping, it should live up to expectations. You know what I'm saying? Because each one of them wanna. Well, Zoo, he wanna go ahead and prove himself as his family legacy. You know what I'm saying? And Thurman, he wanna regain his legacy. So it should be an exceptional fight. Now, Cruz and Rolly, I give Rolly the not Rolly, excuse me, I give Cruz the boxing edge because I think he's a better boxer, right? He's more experienced than Rolly, and Rolly doesn't have an inside game at all. And Isaac's gonna be looking to get inside.
Who's the bigger puncher in that fight?
Cruz.
Cruz is the bigger puncher.
Rolly Cruz. Rolly is more mouth than puncher.
You think the durability is the problem as right now as well when it comes to a Rolly as far as taking a shot in the chin?
You see, Rolly to me, he remind me of the boy who cried wolf. Always like la 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 la. Then when you get the chance it happens, then it don't happen. Okay, now nobody believes you anymore. You know what I mean? So now he talked about how good he was, and he got a chance to show how good he was, and now everybody's seeing how good he is. So you're only as good as your last performance, and I don't think he really had any impressive performance other than fighting and beating those fighters who he's supposed to beat. Those ones that they throw up in front of those opponents they throw for you. Other than that, who has he beat?
True. That's true. A lot of people are saying the same thing.
Who has he fought?
Tszyu?
Everybody that he fought, the ones that mattered, beat him. Right?
I mean, when we talk about Tszyu's resume, I mean his last one was Mendoza for the WBC interim.
Oh, dude, his resume, I haven't seen a lot of his fights, but
Stevie
I've seen his
Sparks,
3 fights, and
Jeff
and
Horn.
yeah, but to tradition, it's not like he's not really fighting any real competitive opponents. They're not throwing a lot of punches at him, not punching back.
They're picking their opponents wisely.
Right. It's not like he's punching you with two irons in his hand. You know what I'm saying?
So you would believe that Keith Thurman is the biggest name in his resume and the best opponent?
Yeah. It's his best opponent. I think it's gonna be his most formidable opponent to now. He's a world champ, former champ.
Absolutely. Who do you
And he
favor?
has aggressive style.
Who do you favor now that it's going to be at a catch weight at 55, not for the title? And do you feel like this fight makes sense? Is it a good opener fight for the Amazon Prime?
Well, it's good, and anybody else fight, any fight is a good fight. You know what I mean? Because Showtime is gone, and ESPN really and Top Rank really don't want to give you the fights that you really want to see. We've been through that with Top Rank, man. We have been calling long before Tank fought Leo Santa Cruz. We was calling out. We were right there in the house calling for Leo Santa Cruz for years. Okay, you see, I think they were pretty much forced to give us Oscar Valdez because they had to because they wouldn't let us fight Josh, the other guy, and they wouldn't let us fight none of those guys. They protected them. They said that they would never let us fight the kid early in our career from the Olympics. What's it from? What is from Ireland? The one fought in Shakur weight class in the Olympics. What's the Irish kid name? Is he Irish or
No, I don't remember.
damn, what's his name? With an M. Was talking all that stuff after the Olympics, how he wanted to fight Shakur and all this here, and Top Rank wouldn't even put him against us. He just got knocked out of the ring a couple of times last one of his fights. Hey, Robin.
Did he get knocked out by Navarrete?
Was that him? No, the Irish kid from or is he from Great Britain? What's his name? Oh, I can't think his name. He was in the Olympics. He's supposed to fight Shakur, but the guy beat him before that bout.
Nah, I don't remember, Coach.
Anyway,
so who do you lean towards in that fight? Like if ring rust is not too much of an issue for Keith Thurman, and is it Mickey calling?
If it's high, if the punch output is high, I like Keith Thurman. But if his punch output is not high, I like Tszyu. You're going to take your time and walking around and Keith. When the last time he been in the ring?
2022.
All right, you know what I'm saying. So a lot of the ring rust may be there. You know,
Mike
depends
called
on
me. Shout out to Coach Dirk. Mike called me.
Okay. What's up, Coach Dirk?
So we'll be getting into some of these super chats shortly, guys. Just wanted to ask a couple questions to the coach. And then when it comes down to Cruz and Rolly, is that a knockout? And do you give the edge to the boxer, which is Pitbull Cruz in the fight?
Yes, I give it to him on all 3 rounds. Because if looking at what I saw that Teofimo was doing to Rolly, man, it should be easy for him, especially on the inside. And if he don't know how to keep Pitbull off him, man, it's gonna be a long night for him. Yeah. He's a little guy too. He get inside to him. If he don't have that inside game, he in trouble.
Well, Pitbull's ranked in all the sanctioning bodies in the top 4 in at 135. A win with Rolly will kind of put him, obviously, his stardom will kind of go up, obviously. And then, obviously, he'll be a champion at 140 pounds. What do you think about, Pitbull being a champion at 140 with the size that he's at,
Never make it. You're too short.
So who's getting him first? Devin?
Does Devin still be there by the time he gets to 140?
So you think he's gonna be campaigning at 47, chilling like that's it? He's gone.
Cool, but
Devin, you think he's gone at 40? Like you think he's gonna stick around?
Devin, let me tell you.
All the good fights are at 40. Let's be real.
Is Hammer there? Is Hammer there?
Nah. Hammer's at 54. 54.
Oh. That's gonna. I'm gonna talk that fight up.
Yo, Coach Dirk. Yo, Wale's crazy.
Yeah. See if he take that fight.
Yo, Coach Dirk. Wale hit us with the hammer. The big smack. The big smack, man. He want the Haney and Erickson Rubin fight. That's what he want.
Yeah, man. No, listen, man. Somebody slap the shit out you. Ain't you gonna want to fight him? That boy right there walking around. Go get him.
Right away.
And Devin, how much Devin?
We don't need a contract. We don't need a contract for that.
Huh?
We don't need a contract for that.
Let's see if he go say something to Hammer now. Yeah. Have you ever even seen him and Hammer get face to face?
Never.
Huh?
Never.
Wow.
I never. No.
I scared him and might slap him again. Let me stop.
Well, now that I know the story, now that we'll never see Erickson Lubin and Devin Haney in the same room, and if not, in nowhere near 5 yards away from each other.
I don't think you have.
Nah.
I don't think you ever have. He's staying
Nah.
away from that way.
You think someone's leaving early? You think someone's
Yeah.
leaving early?
Come this way, never go that way.
Oh man.
I bet you he won't ask him for his sneakers back.
Damn, and then he took his sneakers. That's crazy. Just to put the sugar on top, the cherry on top. Coming in, we have Teofimo Lopez versus Jermaine Ortiz. What do you think about the fight February 8th?
I'm going with Teofimo.
Is it easy work? Is it 50-50? Talk to me.
Well, you see, on that one, see, I'm kind of biased, you know.
Okay.
Me and Teofimo and his dad and us, we like real close. You know what I'm saying? His mom, and they a lot closer than Shakur and Teofimo on this because me and Junior, we done watch these two kids come up to it from the Olympic trials, like speaking another one that walk the walk and can talk the talk. Okay, the takeover started in Brazil and actually after the U.S. the Olympic trials and whatnot. And this is when we started planning the takeover. You know what I'm saying? And the takeover was going to be Shakur, right? Charles or Cromwell, and Teofimo. All right. And we were trying to bring this Hawaiian kid in, but he didn't make the team. But anyway, he didn't make the cut. Anyway, but that was going to be the takeover. This is when we started talking the takeover. So when we got to Brazil, when Teofimo got eliminated, Junior and Teofimo would come over with me over to Rio de Janeiro, where we were, and hang out with us, and on that side of town in Rio. So we kind of like bonded and talked about all this shit that's happening now that was going to be going now. So it wasn't a thing like that. We weren't expecting to do what we done because we had talked about this here a long time ago. So pretty much the takeover has been taking place. You know what I'm saying? It's just that we didn't all get signed by the same people what we were planning to do at that time. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us went different. We all went different ways. So, the takeover was all of us inclusive, not just Teofimo. So, I have a great bond with him. You could say I'm really biased. I favor him. I know his work ethic. I know some of his strengths, some of his weakness. I've seen him and anything. And he's a great kid, man. Mom and father, I don't have nothing. I can't say anything bad about him. But like I said, I'm biased because I do favor him. You know what I'm saying? So, that bond, I can't, I don't break it. You know what I'm saying? It's been working for us.
No, absolutely, and that's a brothership you definitely don't want. You want that to last forever. And in my behalf, do you believe that like this fight is a close fight, or do you think Teo gets him out of there? A lot of people saying, "Hey, Jermaine Ortiz is a lot better than Cambosos." A lot of people don't understand the conditionings that Teo was in on that Cambosos fight. Really, strategically, what type of fight are we looking at February 8th?
Well, hey, you see, the Cambosos fight, was really a situation that caught Teofimo at a bad time. He was struggling with his illness, had the thing with his heart and everything else. And, at that time, he was having some personal issues with the family, with his personal family, not saying his mom and pop, but his everything going on in life. And he was struggling with those issues, some financial issues and whatnot, where, he was in a situation he couldn't think about his health and well-being first. So he had to fight. Okay, so he went and fought. Like I commend him. A lot of motherfuckers wouldn't fight under those circumstances. You know what I'm saying? But a healthy Teofimo, no way George Cambosos can beat him. Okay, I tell you right now. And this here fight, I seen the thing that I give him cause and Olympic trials and everything. Teofimo deserved to be the Olympian that represented the United States because he was clearly the best boxer in his weight division. Now, I'm not talking about the best knockout or the best puncher. He's the best boxer, so I know he can box because.
Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. He froze up. Yep, you're back.
Somebody's trying to.
We good.
Somebody's trying to call me. Yeah, they wanted Gennaro Gomez to be the representative for the U.S. because Gennaro was on the U.S. team with us and all that, and he was a great boxer, but Teofimo upset the stakes, man. He outboxed everybody in the damn tournament. I mean, literally. And, that's when I really started taking exception to him then. You know what I'm saying? How exceptional boxer he was. He wasn't just this knockout guy that you guys see. So, and he's not just that knockout guy. He's a great boxer too. So he hasn't got a chance to really display all those skills yet because a lot of times he get emotionally going there, he been knocking him out. So he keep trying to knock him out. But Teofimo does have exceptional boxing skills. He does. And the more he get a chance to use them, the more you'll see how, what a good boxer he is. Yeah.
Do you feel like that's a fight down the line at 140 for Shakur and Tszyu? I spoke to both of them and they both spoke upon meeting down the line.
Listen, I'm gonna reiterate this one more time. Shakur's goal and his legacy is to prove that he's one of the best fighters in the world ever. So I believe he is. So now, anything that's standing in front of that, he got to go through it. So, and he's more welcome, and he knows that, and he's more willing to accept the task. He knows it. He's been boxing like this all his life, man, for nothing. Man. Let me tell you, this here kid. Only way I used to know this kid was sleep. When I didn't hear him in every day in, day out. My wife, Score, would you stop? Oh, that we be boxing too, man. Man, it be boxing. Well, y'all stop boxing in this house. All day, and to this here day, he boxes. He's that kid that wants to know everything. We have a historian in New Jersey, Henry Hadcliffe. He's one of the foremost boxing historians around the world. But he used to give me these here films and these here tapes of the old fighters, the Willie Mosses, to Rocky Marciano, some of everybody, right? And I would give them to the older kids, right? And they used to be like, man, we don't want to see that. We want to see Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran. We want to see them, Marvin Hagler and all that, because that's the time. We want to see all of them.
Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. We'll be getting into the super chats right away.
Giovanni from Italy called me. But when Shakur got older, I started giving him the tapes and watching them. He started watching them tapes, man. Watching everyone pop out. Give me some more tapes, man. Watching them tapes. Old fighters in and out, man. He loved them tapes, man. Them older, bigger kids, they couldn't see nothing. This is a much younger kid, took quite an interest in those things. Seeing those guys and historians and people of the future that he wanted to be like. So I think he started seeing his future and his destiny at an early age, what he really wanted to be. And throughout his life, his commitment, he's one of those motherfuckers like, how you say, Michael Jordan tell a story how he used to go out in the backyard and shoot them 2,000 shots a day and all that kind of. He's that kid like that. You know what I'm saying? I used to worry about, training them too hard and whatnot. And hoping that he didn't hate me for me. That grind and whatnot. And, I thinking like me one day, he said, Papa, he said, listen, man, I don't know what this style is you taught me, but this is style. Hey, ain't nobody beating me, Papa. I said, okay, all right. So, you feel like that, and, that's the way I look at it. He and Teofimo are two of a kind, especially Tank. I throw Tank right in there with Teals. I think they are the real three top dog. Now I'm not taking anything from Devin. Devin is in there too, but he's not at that level, not the level that these kids have been through. You know what I'm saying?
See,
They've been
Coach,
through a
I
lot.
say that. I
Uh,
say exact words you just said, and
uh,
I'm a Devin Haney hater, supposedly, because I
no,
said those exact words you say.
yo, I'm not a Devin Haney, but I'm a person that know boxing and know Devin Haney and that boxing compared to other boxers. You know what I'm saying? Not saying to hey, everybody has an opportunity and a chance to get better and enhance their schools, but it's not what you learning. It's just you learning the right things to make you better. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of stuff that I still see Devin doing, just real amateurs that it's not on this here level fighter yet. Like who really helped me take my fighting game to the level of as a coach was Virgil Hill, former world champion Virgil Hill. You know what I'm saying? And Virgil actually helped me distinguish this here top shit, what you can really use in the pros and what's really amateurs. You know what I'm saying? So when you start to learn from world champions and being around the other world champions, hey, working with buddies, the Buddy McGurts and all these here kid guys and all that. And my trainer was a sparring partner for Bob Forster, Bob Forster, and Floyd Patterson, with Bob Forster and Floyd Patterson. So they were really in depth in all those in close inside fighting and all that kind of stuff, making sure the doors are not open so the flies can come in and all that kind of old shit, mashing the beads and locking them up and all that kind of
Coach,
shit.
you still got it, huh? You still got it. I see you still got that shit.
Well, you got to teach that shit. Somebody got to teach it. But anyway, those are kind of things, I don't see that they've got yet. That real inside game and all that, being able to stand there, evade punches, make a miss, catching, shooting, and all that kind of stuff, that take years and years of practice. And you don't learn that shit overnight because once, you do it long enough, it actually becomes muscle memory. You don't have to think about it. Your body reacts. And so, those type of fighters that's like the Shakurs that be in the gym and they're all the time, and the Terence and man that love boxing like they love life. Those guys are gonna be the ones that sit there. And you're gonna see that what they do in the ring is part of really naturally of their makeup because that's the way they practice. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
all that kind of stuff, like I was telling you, that fake stuff, answering the phone, wiping the mustache, slipping under your hands and all that, and slip, you know what I mean? All that fake shit ain't real. Motherfucker doing that, wait, standing right there in front of you, ain't even moving, ain't nobody be punching that. That shit ain't real, man.
Coach, what do you think about Subde Matias?
Uh,
Who do you think? What do you think about the IBF champion at 140 pounds, Subde Matias? I remember
Puerto Rico.
Shakur saying, "Yeah, I remember Shakur saying, I want to spar him. I want to spar him."
Yeah, I told you, Shakur, anybody should Shakur want to spar. But look, I like that kid, man. You know what I like most? I like his tenacity, motherfucker. Yeah, you real, you a. He ain't got to talk about, you want to fight? Fight me. I'll fight you. That's what I like. And he not doing a lot of talking. All right? He's showing what he doing in the ring and say, fight me. Yeah. Let's get it. That's a real fighter. I
Do
like him.
you think he brings? Do you think he? What does he bring to the division? That makes the 140 division just a little bit better than the other divisions. Besides so many candidates.
Man. I'll call him after this here. But anyway, let's finish.
As far as let's get into another topic. As far as Usyk and Fury for the undisputed heavyweight champion, it's already going to be in less than a month. Who do you have?
Whoa. You know, I can't go against the size of Fury.
Oh, here
And
we go again. Here we go again.
yeah, I can't. And I think he's intelligent enough to keep this kid at bay. You see, I think the other guys who Usla beat up, especially Joshua. I think they try to do the one thing to try to stand there and try to bang and fight with this dude. When this guy's a good boxer, man. I think, he was faster than them, you know what I mean? And he outboxed them. So I think Tyson Fury will be as a big difference, man. Them few more inches, man, that size and him leaning on him, it make a big difference. And like people don't realize, man, Tyson Fury hits hard. Okay, now taking them punches from Joshua, okay, yeah, he ate him. Now taking them same punches from Tyson Fury, that's a different monster. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how he's gonna hold up to that, but technique
Oh, so you
wise,
think Fury hits harder than Joshua?
yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, he's bigger than Joshua.
Yeah. I mean, is he? I mean, he's fatter.
Yo,
I
hey,
don't know if he's stronger.
let me ask you this here.
Mm.
Did you think Butterbean punched harder than Mike Tyson?
Butterbean can punch. He can punch.
Right. And yes,
Yeah,
Butterbean did not punch harder than Mike Tyson. He just
yeah.
didn't hit you as often as Tyson. But
Right.
Butterbean can punch, huh? Like, hey, I gotta give you. Why you think, man, that was when them punches be wearing jokers down, that Fury be fighting, man? The punches be hurting, man. You gotta look,
Fact.
man. You was down there 300 pounds,
Yeah, that's
huh?
true. No, you're
Yeah.
right.
Oh, listen. I had one kid. I used to spar when we were younger, right? And he was supposed to be fighting Andre Tippett one time, and Andre Tippett walked out. But he's the father. You heard of Hassan Whiteside, NBA center?
Nah.
Hassan Whiteside, 7-footer, played for the Miami Heat and the Portland Trail Blazers. Anyway, he's like 7 foot. His father is like 6'4", 6'5", right? And he weighed about maybe
He got like crazy hair.
Whiteside. Now he do, yeah. But his father played for the Minnesota Vikings, and when this guy he weighed about 240 something. Now you only weigh about 155 pounds. When this cat hit me, I made sure he never hit me again because that shit hurt like a motherfucker. Okay, all right. So that's how much the weight differential affect you. You know what I mean? That's why they got weight classes, bro.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, that's
Um,
big. Yeah.
who you got? For the undisputed light heavyweight when it comes to Better Beef and Bevo.
I like Devo, man, but Better B's got that punching power, man. I don't know.
What do you
That
see in Better Beef that other people don't see? Because all people see is punching power.
well, people don't realize he got endurance too,
Mhm.
and he got good basic defense. You know, you don't hit him with that many good, clear open shots. You know what I'm saying? And hey, his resilience, man, he walking you down.
Right.
And if you can't stand in the pain, then you got to get out the kitchen, man. He's a breakdown fighter. He's an old child type of fighter, man. Like, he like to chop the tree, to kill the body, the head die.
Mm, mm. So you
Kill the
like
head.
Bevo, but it's hard to go against Better Beef.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think
Mm,
Bebo is a better boxer. But, they always say, man, boxers beat punches,
right.
right? That's
Yeah.
like in baseball, they say, hey, pitching beat hitting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Defense
Mm-hmm.
wins Super Bowls, right?
Yeah.
They say offense wins Super Bowls, or what they say defense wins Super
Defense.
Bowls.
Defense.
I think Shakur one of the best defensive fighters in the world. So let
I
it be
agree.
said. So let it be written.
Nah, I agree. I agree. This
Right.
weekend we got Munguia and John Ryder. What you think?
Munguia.
Knockout?
Yeah, Munguia. He gonna come in about 190 pounds.
190 pounds.
Yeah, when he hydrate.
Does it go the distance?
He last fight, right? When he got rehydrated, right?
I don't know when's the last time he rehydrated, to be
Yeah,
honest.
about 180 pounds.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So what you think? You think he goes the distance?
Now,
This is like a fight. This is like a fight for Munguia to see if he's gonna get that Canelo fight.
yeah, he gonna get it. It's an easy fight for him.
So you think he just go?
He gonna make sure nothing disrupts that fight.
Mm.
Fight I want to see is Benavidez and Canelo.
Ooh. Why you want to see it so bad?
I want to see who the best
You want to see number 1 and number 2 go at it. That's what it is.
Right.
Who wins that fight in your eyes?
Huh?
Who wins that fight in your eyes?
Benavidez.
Take the throne. Take the throne away.
Yep.
That's the type of fight it is. Chavez De La Hoya.
Yep.
Mm.
Because Benavidez, you see how he like the pressure, Canelo like the pressure guy?
Yep.
It's going to be reversed. He's going to get pressure. And let's see how he handles that pressure. If he's going to be that stand up in there guy, he lose. Or is he going to go back to Canelo, the boxer? He can win then. But if he try to go and bang it out with him, no. He can't win.
I like it. My last one, Coach, I'm just going to get into the super chats real quick. Is Kambosos and Lomachenko? It's going to happen for the IBF title. What's your thoughts on it? Who wins? And yeah, do you even want the fight? Do you think that's a good fight for the IBF title?
Yeah, good fight right now because we got Shakur lurking in the background. You know what I mean? They got, you got Shakur.
He stay lurking too, huh? Shakur. He's always like that picture with Devin and him in the.
yeah. And like I'm gonna tell you, I tell you and I tell the world right now. Shakur talked to me more than Shakur want to fight them all. He just can't wait. You know what I mean? He will fight them every one after the other if he had the opportunity and the money was right. He fight. Okay, that's it. That. Because he wants to show that he's one of the best fighters in the world. Craziest thing is, we went through 18 fights internationally without Shakur losing a round. Not one round.
I remember us talking about that.
Who does that?
Not a lot of people. I don't know anybody.
Okay. All right, now look. All the odds are stacked against you. You're in an opposing country. You're in Russia fighting Russians. You're in Ukraine fighting Ukraine. You're in Bulgaria fighting Bulgarians and whatnot. All the odds are against you. You don't lose around.
So who do you lean towards in the Loma and Kambosos fight? Easy. You don't think highly at Kambosos whatsoever.
Let me tell you.
You thought he lost to Maxie Hughes?
Lomo gonna beat him worse than Devin did. You know why?
Talk to me.
He's a better boxer, and he's got faster hand speed, and he throws more punches. So, know what that makes for? A worse beat.
It just makes a worse beating. Yeah, it sounds like a stoppage.
Yeah. And Lomachenko gonna give him the angles, gonna stand right there in front of him. He wants to come. See how he try to box like that? From Great Britain. What kind of Great Britain trying to box like that? Let's use the Philly shell.
Yeah. So the rumors, a lot of people trying to figure out who's Tank fighting next, man, and there's rumors saying Frank Martin. What do you think about that fight if that goes into fruition? That was a fight that you guys were supposed to have.
And there goes another case. Tank is the much more superior athlete. he has much more boxing experience than Frank Martin. Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cook, Coach. Keep cooking, Coach. Talk about the matchup.
Frank, look, listen, let me say it like this here. Let me say it like this here. Tank is that kid that, like, when you go to a national or something and everybody say, yo, man, Tank is fight. Tank fighting? Everybody gonna go run see the fight. This is as a little kid. So his popularity and his experience is growing in big fights. In big fights. Okay. Frank Martin catapulted onto the stage. You know what I'm saying? Mainly by being in Earl Spence stable. So you got walked through the door. You know what I mean? Big fight. Guys talk about wanting a big fight because they get big pay. It's not that they want to fight so much as they want the money. So you looked at what he said about why he didn't take the fight with Shakur. Something about at the end, he would have made about $800 something thousand, right? But here,
Probably after
you
taxes.
never made that much in your life. Like he tried to say something. So Shakur said, listen, I'll offer you the same thing, what we get. I don't care about the money. It's not the money. I want to fight. So when he worked his numbers, he said what his team was getting, what he was paying Earl, paying James and all them, and said he would be coming out with peanuts. He said he would have liked to been there to negotiate his contract so he could have tried to negotiate it for more. So after they got their share, at least he would have got $1 million. But you don't realize if you got more, man, they get more. Knucklehead. Let me stop. So it's gonna work out. So you would have to get way more just to get your $1 million, without them getting more money. So anyway, it didn't make a lot of sense. So now that goes to show the intelligence outside of the ring in the boxing. So now when you combine that with the not so much experience inside the ring, Tank has the edge all the way around. Big fight, big money, big opportunity.
Do you feel like if Frank does get that fight, do you feel like Frank really dug Shakur due to the fact he got a higher payday with Tank? Because I asked Shakur the same question.
No, I think, my reality is that Frank realized what he was getting himself into. It's like Shakur is a little taller opponent. You know what I'm saying? Tank is more Frank's side. Okay? Shakur had been on the world boxing stage all around the world, fought some of everybody everywhere in the world. Okay? Which would you think would be the easier fight? Tank or Shakur?
Sure. Tank just due to the fact that the size.
And then now, let's look out the more thinkable reason. Yo, would
Well,
you
they also been in the ring together too.
rather
Frank and Tank.
would you rather fight a person that each time he swings at you got one chance to beat you, or fight a
Mm.
person that every time he swings at you and he swings at you multiple times, would you rather fight him or that one person that's going to try to knock you out with one punch? Which one is your chances? As the guy that's going to throw many punches, or the guy going to try to knock you out with one or two, throw one heavy hand?
I mean, in my experience in the ring, the guy that throws more punches, but I've never been in a ring with a devastating puncher like Gervonta Tank Davis to know that if he nips me, like you said, one time in 3 minutes, 12 rounds, he has a neutralizer, not just in one hand, but both hands. With Regis was easy. You knew that the left hand was coming. With Tank, it's a little different. Plus the footwork, the IQ, It's not like you're talking about Deontay Wilder and me fighting Deontay Wilder, that one punch. Nah, I'm talking about Gervonta Tank Davis, a guy that got a high IQ. So it's a tough situation for me to answer.
Remember, you just said that. How I go, what I equate to his superior boxing experience. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
his opponent's inferior boxing experience. Okay, and you look, Tank been around since he's a little kid. You ever see the pictures of Shakur and Tank when they little ones? Huh? Them guys is like lap boxing babies. You see, if Calvin at the house playing cards or playing spades or something, Tank is sitting in a little lap, so they've been around boxing and all that stuff that long. So that accounts for a lot for experience, man.
Right.
Look up those guys like Frank Martin and Rolly. Who just started their boxing.
Someone is detected at your front door.
Can you hear me?
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Oh, I stepped away from it. I said, the reality, when you got guys that been in boxing all their life and been in high level boxing all their life, when they get these guys that come in here that's been boxing for just a few years, who've been promoted well and got up there, and then they have to fight these guys that been around for the longest, you see the difference. Okay, now look at this here fight. We give Tank a lot of credit. Can't take nothing from him. He locked Leo Santa Cruz out, right?
Yep.
But you got to look at it. Here's Leo, a smaller man, coming up to fight Tank.
Yeah.
You dig it?
Yeah.
Leo was the bigger man coming down. Leo was moving up into the bigger boys weight class. But guess what? He's supposed to knock him out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Tank was the more highly decorated fighter than he was. It's just that Santa Cruz, a little old guy, won a world championship before he did, because he came out of Mexico fighting all them damn bums.
Absolutely. So, Coach, I'm gonna get some of these last minute questions from the people that send super chats, and then we're on our way, man. I appreciate the time as well. Quentin S. Tell Shakur to fight Floyd Schofield. What you think about Floyd Schofield, Coach?
Who is Floyd Schofield?
Golden Boy fighter. He looked just like his dad with the dreads. Oscar's been pumping him. I think he's ranked number like top 6 in the WBA.
I don't know who he is. We'll tell him to fight us. Okay, I'll tell
him. Boxing Hacker, thank you for the $5. Devin is doing good for himself. Why the hate for he's not even at 135? The talk should be Shakur versus Tank. I think Shakur style gives Tank's problems.
Well, let me tell you something. If you ever notice it, right, Tank don't have no problem with Shakur. It's probably guys like you think Tank got a problem with Shakur. If you've been on the interview, you heard me just tell you. Shakur, every time he sees Tank, he has to box Tank and has to fight him. It's not a thing that about Tank. Tank is not our big issue. You know what I mean? Tank may be, some of the viewers' big issue, but our issue is everybody out there that's standing in our way. We see Tank like we see everybody else. No different, man. Really, we've been thinking about Tank and knowing Tank and boxing them all our life. That's old school shit. That's something that we've been doing.
Right.
Yo, Shakur won't fight anybody. It's not like he's not dodging Tank. It's not like Tank not dodging Shakur. We've been in this shit. We know this is boxing business. And see, to the viewer, there's one thing that Calvin and I do know. We do know this is boxing business. And we know that our kids and what we do as trainers and coaches is bigger than just a fight. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So now, don't worry about us talking about fighters and this guy. We were talking about experience. Just so happened, when we talked about Devin, I've had fighting with experience with Devin as his trainer. So I can say those things because I know saying the things that I say are the truth. Because just as much as I'm going to speak, if you feel it's negative about Devin, I'm not going to let you take it out like that because I'm not going to speak negative about Devin because I'm his coach and trainer too. I'm his family and friend too. Okay? The thing that I don't like is like when the viewers really try to put things in their views about each of the fighters when a lot of you don't know neither one of them. Okay?
Exactly.
All right. So when you see guys like me and guys like the cast we on now, especially guys like me, you're not going to hear me talking about kicking another coach in or another fighter in because I know each one of them is putting the same thing in. You may hear me talk about coaches and other things because I know for a fact that some coaches are more effective than other coaches. But I'm not going to say that one coach is better because each one of these coaches out here, we're doing the same thing. We're trying to change somebody's life. So we're all in the same battle. Okay.
Fact.
Now, the battles that we choose are the things that make the difference. If you were listening to what we were talking about and talking about fighters, it was the things in the developmental stages that each of these fighters go through from getting from one level to the next level, how some of them got there. And if you want to be specific, talking about Tank, Tank pretty much went the same way as Devin did. But this is the difference. Tank had a reason to do it. Okay? Tank needed to have resources for himself, his family, and had to make a life for himself because nobody ever gave him anything. He didn't have a silver spoon and didn't have the money like Devin and his father had. Okay? Devin used to come over here kicking. I ain't kicking it back in. No, I'm not kicking it back because every time he come over here and spar Shakur, his father give him $100. No, I ain't kicking it back in. But you see, it's trying to help him learn something.
100%. 100%. Cool Jazz. Thank you for the
talking to.
Boxing Hacker.
Okay, Boxing Hacker. Yeah. Okay, Boxing Hacker. Look it, man. Look. Let me tell you that. I want you to remember this here. Boxing Hacker. One of us is not better than all of us. When I see all these kids like Devin, Tank, and all of them that I've had an opportunity to be part of their lives or be in their lives and even to know them, period, is a winning situation. You know why? Because they're there. Everything that they done, their coach has done, we done, and the effort to get them there, I'm proud of all of them. And I hope and wish each and every one of them a promising career, a profitable career. And I hope they all leave it with all their health and their faculty. That's what a coach does do. Right, champ? That's what we do.
100%. 100%.
Not that we got a favorite. Our favorite is boxing. But we all have. And you entitled to you.
Exactly. Cool Jazz. Thank you for the $5. What's good, Coach? Much love. Was Shakur's hand hurt during the Edwin fight or not, Coach? Because you said it was fine during the fight. We kind of spoke a little bit upon that. Cool Jazz.
We said prior to the fight, I said I thought it was fine, right? But we had went to, I said I thought. Remember you heard me sit on the corner? I said, Jack, something ain't right. Something ain't right. Okay? We thought it was right because he wouldn't let me know. If he let me know, hey, I don't have that much pride. I say, no, we're going to fight. But Shakur is the ball. He ain't going to let me know. And he's not going to let me know. So I would try to coach him like it was hampered until we found out once he used it in the fight, we seen the same thing that we seen, that there was not much recovery from the last point that we left in the gym. And then when he came to corner, he said he heard it, said he can't use it. You figure we need that hand for defense, so don't continue using it. Use that jab hand, use that hook, keep checking them off you. So this is where it was really hurt. And if you look at the fight and look at the way he fought, you will see with that. If you hear it coming from the horse's mouth, now you know what took place.
Absolutely. Low Nose Boxing, thank you for the $2. One of my members here. What's up, Coach? Who wins, Devin or Tszyu, and how?
Whoa, well listen. One thing. Teofimo. He proved in the U.S. Olympic trials that he was the best boxer at his weight in the country at that time. Other people, take your names, whoever you want, hey, whether it be Devin, this here, whatever, who you want to choose. Other people did not go that route to prove that they are the best. Okay? So now, I say Teofimo beat the best people in the country. I say others avoid fighting the best people in the country when their time came to them, when that opportunity came for them to prove themselves to graduate from the amateurs to the pros. I know Teofimo can box. He proved that he boxed. He beat everybody in the country. Everybody that had the courage to be there.
Facts.
All right?
100%. TY, thank you for the $5. Mills, salute my G. You bringing the best content out these channels, hands down. Keep up the good work, fam. Appreciate you. Boxing Hacker, thank you for the $2. Why no Gary Russell fight at 126? Can it still happen? Shakur not going back down to 126 probably ever in his life. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so and Gary does want to go up. Gary spoke upon Shakur Stevenson as well. A fight that he wouldn't mind wanting. But it's the youngins' turn now, and it's like they're making moves. You say, hey, by next year, you thinking Shakur going up to 140, right?
Yeah, his body is going to grow. I'm telling you now, his body is going to grow. Said he walking around. I don't want to tell you what he's walking around with now, but as he keep working out, as the maturization keep getting better and better and better, it's inevitable that you're going to get bigger. Just with your, the weight is going to go up just through the bone hardening in itself.
Yeah,
The bones,
absolutely.
as you age, your bones get harder and harder, and the harder they get, the heavier they get. So you're going to gain that weight naturally through bone hardening.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, I gotta say this was a wonderful interview. Thank you for tapping in. It was definitely well due time that we finally got this interview. But
Yeah, I apologize, man. Shit just gets so hectic sometimes, man. I have so much going on, man. It's crazy.
no problem, man. I know you got a big stable, and you got a lot of things going on right now, especially right now. This is the pinnacle of you guys' career. So, like I said, I'm just appreciated to be a part of it, and I can't wait to continue. When you guys get your next fight date, definitely hit you back so we can jump on and do another one.
You got it, man. We're looking at going sometime between April and May.
April
Sending
and
every
May.
yeah.
Mm.
I talked to him yesterday. He said he's healing good. He's been finally adhering to the doctor's orders, letting it rest. So hopefully we'll be ready in April and May.
Awesome. Coach, where can people find you on social media? I know you're not a big social media guy, but hey, anybody, maybe fighters, maybe they want to go out and train with you, where could they reach you?
You can find me at Robin Moses at yahoo.com. And she's the person with all our information. She can provide that with everybody if you need any training, boxing, or whatever. You have Coach Dirt's email as well. So, we can be reached by many resources that we're going to be making available to everyone real shortly. Okay?
Well, man, can't wait. God bless. And just let me know when the next big thing comes up.
You got it, man. Anytime, bro. No problem.
All right, man. Much love to you guys. Say bye to Willie Mosses, everybody.
All right, yo, thank you for having me, bro.
Absolutely. Much love to you, bro.
You too, bro. Peace.
Peace. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Become a member. It's pinned up right there. Getting into the chat rooms. Let me know what y'all thought about the actual interview itself. Um, Smash the like button. Is free. Let's get into some of this boxing talk right now before we end this live segment. Appreciate each and every single one of y'all for tapping in, man. Make sure you guys go out your way, become a member. You get exclusive content every morning. I'll drop a new video for just the members and, obviously launching it off to the public afterwards, but letting everybody and all the members get the content first. So make sure if you want to become a member, it's pinned up right there. Salute to each and every single one of y'all for coming in and enjoying this session, this interview. But let's get into some of this boxing topic. Obviously, the topic of boxing right now has been really Keith Thurman and Tszyu. We also have, the Munguia and John Ryder, which kind of is a fight to kind of look at it like, hey, does Canelo come in and step in and fight Munguia? Obviously, one of the yes, Chris Johnson, you're right. The Ruben the Lubin Erickson Lubin smack to Devin Haney was definitely the biggest thing that we heard today. Not the biggest. I don't want to say the biggest. I don't want to say the biggest, but it was definitely some news. Blind Faith was going on. What's going on? Damn, these damn notifications never coming in. Salute, man. I'm sorry about that, Blind Faith. Yo, you know what? Delete unnotify, unnotify and notify again and see what it does. Maybe it will hook you up. I've been having some problems with some of the people, but it seems to me that might be the solution. So just unnotify and notify again. You know what I mean? Mills, who you had easier, undisputed, Devin or Jermaine Taylor? Come on, man. Devin, right? Devin. Mill City Boxing, Buchinchero de Boxeo today. For real. Nah, baby. This is the best. We the best, Low Nose. Low Nose. Low Nose. We are the best. I'm going to be putting the link up as well. Matter of fact, time for some boxing talk with some of the people for the call-ins. Let's get the call log in there. Come on. Now that we have so many people, anyone that wants to call in, go on to Mill City Boxing on Instagram. I'm going to be going live right now. So everyone on my YouTube channel right here can listen and hear what everybody thought about the interview. I want to talk about the interview. I want to talk about this weekend's fights, and I want to talk about Keith Thurman and that whole March 30th card. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So smash the like button. Let's get into the calls. We could have up to 3 callers at a time, guys. Okay. So I'm going to start the live up right now. Make sure you guys go out your way and subscribe to the channel. Boxing Talk. All right. Here it is. We got over 1,000 people. Hopefully we can get this going on right here. Smash the like button, everybody. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Mill City Boxing, okay? We are live on Instagram. Anybody that wants to come and talk and chop it up. What's going on? Dan the Boxing Man. What's going on, man? Salute to everybody. We are live on Instagram and on YouTube right now. Shout out to Corey Spinks on the live, the legendary Corey, Lorenzo, H Money, Sportsbook GOAT, Dan the Boxing Man. Dan the Boxing Man, I want to top it up with you for a second, bro. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. What's going on, Lorenzo? What's going on? Let me know what y'all think. We got Corey Spinks up in the building as well. How to boxing? What's going on? What's going on? Yes, sir. You already know. It's that boxing talk that we adore. What's going on, Corey?
What's up, my guy?
How are you?
I'm good, man. In the lab.
You in the lab?
Yeah.
Hey, I like it. I like it. What's going on, Lorenzo? What's going on?
Boys coming in for a run.
Yo, but say what's up to you. Gotta say what's up to the legend before you say what's up to me, man. What's up?
What up, OG? How you living? I'm good, man. That's what my brother.
All right. So listen, Let's get into some of this boxing talk. We've been hearing upon Keith Thurman and Tszyu. What's your prediction, my man Corey Spinks, undisputed welterweight champion? Talk to me.
I think, man. I'm gonna go with Tim too, man. I think young, strong. You know, Thurman. You know, but I think he puts up a terrific fight though.
It's going to be a terrific fight, you believe?
If Keith Thurman shows up, man,
Mm. Okay.
Salute to you. That's an undisputed champion right there. Salute to you. I appreciate it. Salute to you, Mr. Spence. What's good with it, Lorenzo? Mill City. MSPN. How you doing?
I need each and every single one of y'all to smash that like button as well. If you haven't subscribed to Mill City Boxing, make sure you subscribe right now. For the people that are on Instagram, and for my people that are already subscribed, salute. Appreciate you guys. You guys keep me grinding all the time. So, Corey, you say, hey, you think that Tszyu, is it the inactivity? Is it the size? What is it?
I think it's a little bit of both, man. I think it's a little bit, Tszyu bigger, Keith Thurman never got us 154. It's gonna be tough, man. To see it's a different weight class, and the strength is different. I think it's gonna be a little too much for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you.
Stoppage?
Could be. Oh, come on.
Are you giving Keith anything, man? I mean, we do know that Keith is the better superior boxer in this fight.
To tell you the truth, I would say he can pull it off. Yeah, you got to put the table away, put everything away. So if Keith Thurman come right, I do think Keith Thurman has the ability to show us all Tszyu problems, because Keith Thurman can box.
Absolutely. So if, for instance, I mean, last time I talked to Keith, he said that he's been taking care of his body with the layoff. He's had some injuries with the hands. That's why we haven't seen the one time in a long time. So that being said, if he is, taking care of his body, and this is a good 2 year layoff, not a bad year, right? Is there such thing as a 2 year layoff, like a good 2 year layoff? Talk to me.
Well, you need that activity, though, man. It could be because your body going through so much in the fight game. So sometimes it can be a good thing. You know what I'm saying? But I wish he would have took a tune coming back, to get acclimated back to the game instead of big jumping and fighting this hungry thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They gave him some money, Mr. Spinks. I think they gave him a bag where he was like, I take it. Yeah. No.
They're fighting at 155 for no title. Where? Yeah. Vegas.
Okay.
Do you think this fight makes sense?
I think it makes sense, but I do think that Keith Thurman is going to become triumphant.
Do you think the fight makes sense, Corey?
Yeah, it makes sense. He want to get back to the mountaintop. So it makes sense though. It makes sense on both parts. I would have. It's like that, but it's a lot of people who've been calling your name at 147 too. Like, don't act like Boots been screaming his
You said a lot of people. You said a lot of people. Clarify that. I don't think it's a lot of people.
Well, I know Boots been screaming his name, and that's the fight that I feel like I wanted to see. But I wanted to see that over Tszyu, Tszyu and him. This a Thurman is gonna shock the world. It's a much easier opponent. Thurman is gonna shock the world. He has better footwork. He's a superior boxer.
One at a time. One at a time. One at a time. One at a time. Go, Corey. My bad.
Because we keep talking about Tszyu here. Let's go ahead and pay homage to Keith Thurman right quick. We act like he wasn't champion. We act like he didn't put on a display.
I like that. I like that.
He was in the ring. Let's not talk about that. His in and out game is ridiculous. Let's not act like the last thing to leave on a fighter is his power.
Talking.
Tszyu hasn't faced anyone even remotely close to Keith Thurman.
Cook.
You know what I'm saying?
Cook.
So what I'm trying to say is that Keith Thurman is going to become triumphant, and then he's going to fight Boots, and then it's going to be a rumble in the jungle. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have a nice little brawl. I think that this right here exposes Tszyu to being too much of a flat-footed fighter. Yeah. I agree. I kind of agree with that because I'm not going to lie. I was tripping, on the toughness of Tszyu, but forgetting on how exposed this guy is. You know, how much he leaves himself open. He ain't his dad. He's not his dad. But like I said, Keith Thurman can exploit a lot of holes that he possesses. You know what I'm saying? If Keith Thurman comes right. Yeah, I don't think it's a fact of. I don't think maybe with us saying that you think that we saying wash. Like this isn't a wash. You know what I'm saying? As you said, we have seen Tszyu get his feet stuck in the mud at times. We have seen him load up at times, and people able to catch him first. You know, Keith is a guy who knows how to use not just footwork but educated footwork. Like you say, seamlessly going in and out of range. But I really think that it's kind of gonna be a little bit of a younger edge, and I personally think that Tszyu is hungrier. That's my personal opinion. Tszyu? I think Tszyu is hungrier than Keith Thurman. I know. OG, real quick. Opinion. I want to give you guys something to think about really quick. One thing that Keith Thurman is going to have that we haven't addressed yet is he's going to have the element of surprise because so many people think because of this layoff that he's not the exact same fighter. But I do believe wholeheartedly because he was talking.
No, there's more than that. Hold on. There's more than that, Lorenzo. Because we haven't seen film like that. 5 years, 2 fights.
Exactly. So that means that he could have been working in the lab, developing, you know what I'm saying, building a better bond. But he did mention one thing. I've been taking care of my mental and my temple. You know what I'm saying? He said, I've been eating what I need to eat so that my body...
Where'd you hear that from?
From Mill City Boxing. You said home of the high level, you know what I'm saying? Pro boxing media. That's where I heard it from. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I have spoken to him because I was trying to train him.
Okay.
I was trying to train him, and what I got from him, you know what I'm
exclusive.
saying? He Keith Thurman, he likes to do what he wants.
Talk your talk. Cook, Corey. Cook.
Listen, he don't like structure. He don't like playing out fights. He likes to be in control of his training.
Damn.
He don't like to listen, man.
Oof.
But I had to break him down, man. I had to literally break him down. Like, hold up, man. You ain't talking to no chump here, my dude. I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those yes men. I'm not one of those, bro. So I got him to listen.
The Sphinx check real quick.
I had got him to listen. And to listen like, bro, you don't know everything, bro. Just because you done fought some great fighters and everything. Bro, I was telling him, I'm like, everyone needs a coach, bro. Everyone needs a person that's going to give them that extra push. I'm like, you're not going to be able to push hard yourself. You're going to need somebody to... I beg to differ there. You know what I'm saying? Listen, OG, I understand that wholeheartedly what you're saying, but I promise you this much. Kobe don't need nobody to push him. LeBron don't need nobody to push him. You know what I'm saying? Barry Sanders did. He's not in that.
Yeah, but he's not in that category, Lorenzo.
Before you start going off on me, listen. When an individual desires something, they can provide a work ethic that does not need someone behind them to push them. What I'm saying is that they're self-motivated individuals. I'm not comparing Keith Thurman to the greats, but I'm saying that work ethic, if an individual likes to be in control and he knows how he works and he knows what's at stake and he knows he wants to continuously to be a top contender, if not a champion, he knows what work ethic he needs to put in. I'm not comparing him to the Floyds. I'm not comparing him to the Michael Jordans. I'm saying that work ethic, other people could contain it and they can sustain it without having a strength and conditioning coach. They know what they have to do. They know how their body functions.
But Corey speaking upon trying to go out into his camp, help him, and he feels from experience of what's coming out of Keith's mouth that he believes he's not picking up what Keith's not picking up what Corey's putting down.
Just because, listen, you could be Muhammad Ali and want to be in my camp, but if I don't feel like you're going to be conducive to my development and what works for me, then I got to remove you because I know what works for me. I'm playing the devil's advocate here. If he does not, if I don't like your style of fighting, if I don't feel like you can contribute to me, and I don't feel like your IQ, just because you held belts doesn't mean that you could be an amazing coach. You feel me? So what I'm saying is that you may not be that coach for me. You're not my puzzle piece. So I don't need to put you into my camp because you feel that you have a sense of knowledge that I don't have. You know what I'm saying? I can study film. I have other knowledgeable people in my camp. I don't need your assistance. Sorry if you feel that I'm that way, but he might just be stern that he doesn't need him in his camp. And that's probable because we've seen him become victorious without him. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It can be both ways because, like you say, it could be that, but at the same time, it's about how you say it. You know, maybe we look at his career and see maybe at points, like he's saying, these are personality traits that might have led to certain things not going his way in his career. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing. I agree. You know what I'm saying? If it's just like, if he's stubborn, then I think that's going to be an attribute that Tszyu needs to understand is going to work against Tszyu because if Keith Thurman is that stubborn, then he's not going to go down that easy. So, like I say, man, it's up to everybody's personal perception, but I just think that Tszyu, he's fresher. I think he's hungrier, and Tszyu's overrated. I think he's improving. I think he's overrated to a certain degree. Yeah, he ain't nothing more than a Conor Ben. I've looked at his fights and I've seen that he has made him. Wow, whoa. He's nothing more than a Conor Ben. He's nothing more than a Conor Ben. Everybody's on the other side of the lake. They ain't messing with nobody pound for pound in America. I'm just letting you know that. Whoa. Nobody over on the other side of the pond ain't messing with us. What they got to say? They're not like this, man. They're not bred like this. Ooh. You feel me? We really do this. You feel me? And Keith Thurman's in the soil. He's from the United States of America, so I'm repping Keith Thurman to the depth of it. You feel me? Where I understand that, but I just think just from the perspectives that I see, I think that Tszyu gonna be just a little too much for him. You know, we both had different things. Put your money where your mouth is. I definitely will. They don't call me sportsbook GOAT for anything. All right, in fact, I would love to go live and have you as a commentator with me. Yeah, we can do it. That way we can just go through round by round. 100%. I promise you this much. Tszyu is overrated. We was talking about Gervonta Boots Anderson would have been different. But Keith Thurman, man, right there. Don't act like he wasn't coming with it.
Let me go in and engage. Let me get Corey back on too. And let me go in and engage into some questions that can really put some fire in the bowl. All right.
The real KO said, "Oh no, the real KO, he drinking too. He drunk as shit."
Listen. What do y'all think?
Listen, why you guys get tight? Everybody that's typing a comment, smashing that like button.
Smash that like button, right? But most importantly, what's gonna happen with Crawford and Boots now? That's the real question.
I would get what I've been asking for. At the beginning of the year, you asked me when I wanted to see. I say Canelo or Boots.
And I'm sorry to say it, but Boots is going to lose.
Huépate. Give it to him. Talk to him. Cook. Calientito.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. But Crawford is gonna show Jerome Boots Ennis the way Floyd Mayweather did Canelo, that there's levels and you're not ready for this million. You're not ready for this. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a blemish on your record, young man, and it's gonna come from one of the greatest to ever lace up, Terence Crawford. He's a seasoned vet, you feel me? He knows what he's doing. He's a tactician, and there's nothing that this boy can bring to the table that Terence Crawford has not already seen. This is a young man. Wow. This is a young man.
He got me grooving like this. Ooh.
A young man. I disagree. I personally think that Gervonta Boots Ennis may bring a whole new level out of Terence.
Yeah, that's what y'all think.
I think skill. I think skill wise, Gervonta Ennis does pose some unique abilities. You know what I'm saying? Such as hand speed. He is elusive. You know, people say, the fight against Karen, he didn't cut the ring off. What he do against Villa? Put Villa in the corners. He knock him out in the corners.
Did Villa hit him in the face though?
Villa hit him. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine with Terence Crawford punch on him though.
Bro, you know what I'm saying? Mean Machine had been punched in the face, and he still gave Terence Crawford, just a fight.
You ain't had that
everybody gets punched in the face, bro. All I'm saying is that Gervonta Ennis does pose very unique skills like Terence Crawford hasn't had a switch hitter. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that as far as when you say he hasn't had a switch hitter ever seen.
Talk.
No. He's gonna put up a good fight, though.
Yeah.
He's gonna fight off his back foot because Terence Crawford is gonna walk him down and beat his ass.
All right. I wanna hear what Corey Spence got to say about the matchup. Talk to me, Corey.
That's gonna be a tough match, though. Because Boots gonna come in hungry as hell, and Boots do got skills. Of course, Terence Crawford is the veteran. He's the master. He's the master when they fight. But I think Boots, I'll give him hell though, man.
Boots will give him hell, bro. I think so too. Now that's one thing I will say. I was saying this before.
I need everybody to hit the like button on the YouTube channel, man. I need 200 likes. 200. We had 177. I need 200.
You gotta go with Terence, man. Everybody wants to talk about. Hey,
hold on. Hear me out. Because everywhere I see people say Terence, but I'm a young guy. I'm gonna go Boots.
Exactly. You still wet behind the ears, bro.
Come on, bro. Hear me out. No, just hear me out. From a technical standpoint, I think that Crawford's better. I think that Crawford does have more experience. I think Crawford is more seasoned, especially in his calmness. Defensive responsibility, I think Crawford is sharper, but I'm gonna just go with Boots. You know how you go with the underdog sometimes, Lorenzo. You know what I'm saying? You can't. I don't feel like you can just down me for going for believing in Boots. I don't feel like I can just get
I don't. I concur with what you're saying, OG Corey. I'm saying OG Corey. I'm going with the master, man. I'm going with Mr. Miyagi right now. I have to. Until someone dethrones him. And listen, I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I am 100% a Boots fan. I hope that his career flourishes. I want to see him at the top. I hate that he has to fight Terence. I'm not going to lie because I kind of didn't want him to lose to Terence. No, listen. The reason being is because I like sometimes I like people so much, but I'm just like, damn, dude, I want to see you get your ass beat. So for me, I know Terence is going to put a whooping on him.
Wow.
Bagada, whipping like that.
No, to be honest, he can't go in that player with Terence. You know how he can't play with Terence. Y'all, everyone thought, didn't you say you was going for Spence 2 against Terence? Who? I ain't say that.
No.
Oh, okay, but wasn't everybody thinking that Spence had a chance against Crawford? Everyone talking about how he had a chance, right?
Terence been my guy, bro.
Did the world think that Spence had a chance against Crawford? Did the world think that?
Yes, the world did.
Yes, the world did.
The world did. And guess what happened? The world got bodied.
Bodied.
I feel like you have to. I feel like if you really studied that fight, then you kind of knew though. When you agree, just based off of if you really studied the sport, such as Earl Reed.
Nah. Listen. That fight, I'm gonna keep it 100. Everybody that knows boxing will look at it like Terence could definitely do this, right? But then when you hear more and more talk about it, you hear more and more about the size of Errol Spence, and you want to see the styles. You want to see if his best attribute is going to do good with Crawford. And obviously, by the eyes of it, the most people going to look at Crawford. But knowing that everybody, and it's true, because I have interviews with Corey, I got interviews with Shane, I got interviews with everybody saying that it's a 50-50.
What's the name of wasn't himself? Ah, man, I want to hear that. No, but you talk to him. Listen to me, though. He was depleted. I'm not taking nothing. Okay, then don't do it then. Don't do it.
Don't do it, Corey. Don't do it.
Man, nah. Listen. You got a low spade like a 2. No. Listen to me. Ain't nobody said drop him with no jab like that. Easy. What are you talking about? That's a grown ass man that practiced that. He set that up. He set that up. Wasn't even that hard.
Corey, we've seen plenty of guys get dropped with jabs, bro.
We done heard people. Listen, another key that came out of my camp. You know who else called this out when I was already thinking? What's his name? That's why the Lord ain't giving it to me. No, Keith Holmes.
Keith Holmes, yeah.
Listen, I already was thinking that. Even though I didn't take nothing from Terence, Keith Holmes, I was looking at Keith Holmes. He was talking about it too, man. And that's the first thing he mentioned. Because he's big on, like health and all that, All right, man. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Listen, OG. You're telling me that a man can't pick up the timing and hit a man. Come on, man. You can't.
Let him finish, Lorenzo. Let him finish.
I'm not saying a person can't be dropped with a jab. Then what you saying? No, I'm saying like when he did it, it's perfect timing. I'm telling you, man, the dude he was drained. I'm telling you, because he got his ass whooped. He took everything out of him. He took his soul. Listen, I'm gonna tell. Listen, for everybody that think that OG right here is the end all be all. Let me tell y'all the real, man. Because I'm gonna keep it. Terence Crawford ended 2 people's career that night. Derrick James and Earl Spence.
Nah, I know, but Corey got no reason to lie for Spence.
But he's sitting there with no factual evidence that he wasn't himself.
He's saying specifically he sees with his eyes that he believes that Spence was drained.
I'm saying the weight loss bothered him. Man, and everybody else throughout the past 300 years of boxing. I know, because it's stop giving him the excuse. Have you ever been weight drained? Listen, my dude, it fucked with me. Listen, all right, cool. So then,
explain your situation.
Look, man, listen. When you making a weight class, man, it's like you want to make this weight, and it's like you might you losing all this weight, man. You hit a wall, and you can eat all you want. You can put all the nutrients back in your own body. Your equilibrium still fucked up. Your balance is a little bit off. And no matter what you do, my dude, it's fucked up. You're not your full self. I'm telling you, man. All right. Then I'm gonna counter you with this, OJ. Look, I'm telling you. Okay. Listen, I done weight cut throughout my life for 19 years. I done cut my body shape for 11 years. And I'm telling you this much: if you feel like you in a sport where you know you gotta cut weight, don't write a check with your mouth talking about I'm stronger than I've ever been before. I'm ready. Don't sit there. No. Don't place on a facade. Don't place on a facade. If you know that weight drain's gonna hurt you, you should have pitched 54. Shit, you should have pitched 60. You feel me? If you feel whatever weight you at, let's just keep it a beam, man. Let's call a spade a spade. You feel me? And I'm gonna say like this: if you feel like you really was weight drained and you felt like you really could beat Terence Crawford, how about you put your whole purse on it, Earl Spence, and say, "I'll fight you for a damn dollar. You can take everything, and I'll fight you at 60, just so I don't have no excuse." Because the ass whooping that Crawford gave him looked like he would have beat Earl Spence if he walked in at 200, because he schooled him. He destroyed him. He obliterated him. I didn't even ever watch that film again because I felt so bad. But we're not going to say that. It was levels above. Listen, we're not going to say that. You're telling me the IQ and display of boxing was not superior? Yes, it was. But I'm saying this. He's never done. He ain't going to. But people just can't give people credit nowadays. That's crazy. You can't just say he was a better man on that night. That's it. That's all. Y'all gotta make it. Bro, listen to me, bro. I'm telling you, this motherfucker, I guarantee you, bro. This motherfucker equilibrium was fucked up. It probably was, and it was worse when he was busting his shit too.
Pause.
Yeah, man. Terence Crawford put a whooping on him, man. I ain't gonna say nothing, but he put a whooping on him. Listen, he did, bro. That's Terence Drago right there. You feel me? Listen, I'm not saying it wouldn't have been different. I'm not saying it would have been different if he was. But yeah. You can't tell me that there was a viewer other than myself that thought Spence was going to die that night. It looked like he was going to die. That's from an educational, well-planned program, game plan. And what did Bomac say? He said, "We're going to do this to you." Look, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people didn't know. When I fought Sam Judah the second fight. Like, I couldn't make 47. I even caught Crohn's disease. I was in a hospital. I shouldn't even fought the fight. But I didn't make an excuse because, like you said, I shouldn't have been a winner if I felt that way. So then you should tell the young fighters, if you don't feel like you have put on your best display and it can hinder your career and your health, do not take the fight, bro. There's enough excuses all the time. He was waiting. Let me tell you something. When it comes to that, paper, you got the road. When it comes to that paper, bro, you getting all this motherfucking money in the background we come from. It's bad. Okay, I'm okay then. So when we talk about the income, then let me tell you this much. It ain't really just talking about the income. It's just he knew what was at stake. No. I definitely don't turn that down. The whole world is anticipating. No. So then watch this. So then I'm accountable. You don't feel good. You just gotta roll with it. It's like Jordan in the flu game. He got to play. Listen, you got to roll with it. Guess what? So if we do say that, I'm gonna counter you here. This is my chess move. All right, Earl Spence knew what was at stake, whether it's the reputation, globally watching, the revenue, you know what I'm saying? He had to take the fight. So you take the fight. Tell me why Derrick James and Earl Spence did not have something else in their arsenal. He could have got on his bike and he could have fled. He could have touched it. He could have did everything else instead of sitting there being a flat-footed, keeping his head on the line, trying to fight like a Mexican-style fighter against Terence Crawford. But we know that's not what we know. Fighters don't fight like that. We know that. So that means that the world knows there was not Spence that night. Look, the world knows this. Look, though, but he was Spence against Danny Garcia, right? When he came back from the car accident, everybody. He looked great, right? He looked great that night. He looked good that night. Yeah, he was the same guy with Terence Crawford. He's got his ass. Listen though. When you in that state, your mind can say do it, but your body won't let you. So, all right. So then pretty much what you're saying is what percentage did Earl Spence's health play a factor in the fight out of 100%? What percentage do you both gentlemen agree or can say what his percentage was stepping into that ring? Shit, I don't listen. I can't. Okay, but you got every other. I'm gonna say this. There's a neurologist that spoke on this fight, and that was talking about the look in his eyes and all that, and you could tell he was just fucked up. Like it was something going on with that man that night. All right, cool. So then let me tell everybody who's cutting weight then that and the neurologist is gonna say this and they all these CAT scans and ECGs, EKGs, all this stuff. Listen, stop acting like a chump and having bitch assness and staying at a lower weight. Move up in weight and fight at your natural weight. Hold up, no. Stop siphoning your body then. Stop. Stop siphoning the body. Because guess what? Terence Crawford made the weight as well. So if that man stepped on the same scale as you and came a pound lighter, there's no excuse. No, stop. The older man. No.
Let him counterpunch. Let him counterpunch.
Listen, but y'all not making an excuse to Terence. So no, man, listen, listen to me. No. Listen, man, how come Terence Crawford's equilibrium wasn't off then? Tell me why Terence Crawford wasn't. Because Crawford's coming up still. He ain't no coming up still, man. He's damn near 40 years old. What you mean? Man, Crawford came from like damn near 135. He's coming up. Earl Spence been at 147 his whole fucking career. All right, man. Well, look, Mill's trying to get somebody on, man. I'm gonna head out. I want to say I appreciate the history.
Where you going, yo? He want that. He want that debate.
Everybody's gonna sit here and continuously give excuses for Earl Spence instead of just giving Terence Crawford his flowers, man. What did I say? I say. No, we definitely gonna give him his flowers. Did you say that? That's crazy. It's like you gonna tell him to give him his flowers. Nobody said we taking nothing away from Terence at all. 0%. Man, I'm giving. All right, let me give Earl Spence his flowers. Okay, I'm gonna give Earl Spence his flowers too. I'm just gonna put it on the Terence Crawford is a freaking dog. We ain't taking nothing away. Right. Ain't nobody taking nothing. I just told you. I just said what I seen. I just said what I ain't taking nothing away from Bud, bro. You can't do that. I saw an ass whooping. I seen the ass whooping too. I seen the ass whooping too. The whole world seen the ass whooping, but I also seen that was not the Spence I know. All I know is that Terence Crawford is a generational talent. He can go to any decade.
But yo, that's like what anyone says, right? Everyone says that when you get your ass whooped.
He's that type of fighter.
But let's be real.
Because what he did to Earl Spence was like Michael Jackson. Did we say we're taking anything? I ain't taking nothing away from him. No. Listen, but you sit here and saying that because of what we say. Okay, so then I'm asking you, what percentage do you believe he came in the fight? I can't say what percentage. I can't say a percentage, bro. But you could talk about a neurologist, and you guys could talk about. Yeah, I'm telling you what a neurologist said, bro.
Shout out to Kenny Porter on the live.
I'm a fighter, bro. I know what it can do. Yeah, I was a fighter too. Not at your level. Hold up, but did you ever go through that? Not for them, no, because my father fought me at my natural weight because we didn't take no smoke at our natural weight. So how can you say anything about it? Because what happens is if you're gonna make an excuse for him, then also talk about
Al Booger in the building. What up?
I know what that was. Yeah, you are. You're making an excuse for the ass whooping. If it is what it is. Okay. All right, so watch this. If Bud loses this fight against, let's say, Boots, what's the excuse going to be for Terence Crawford? Y'all ain't going to make no excuse? It ain't no excuse when it's convenient. No, it ain't no excuse. Just because the dude lost, because we said it, you said like we're making up an excuse for him. Okay, I can see if he lost though. Stop. Hold up. Just because we said that don't mean we're making an excuse. That's true.
What's up, my guy Kev? What's good, Kev?
It's not and that's what it is. It's your truth. It ain't my truth. Damn right, that's just what it is. That's your truth. That's just what it is. But I'm trying to give him a scapegoat though, because my truth. Well, listen, I believe this, and I agree. Listen, I can agree to disagree with you, and I respect your opinion, and I understand your logic. But I'm never gonna waver after I seen a display of boxing that Terence Crawford put on Earl Spencer, regardless of what the excuses were. I felt that he was a superior fighter. I respect you. I respect you for what you stand for and what you've done. You don't have to agree. Don't put that jacket on me like I'm trying to give him an excuse. Now you gonna wear this motherfucker.
Corey.
Yeah, hey, OG, you sitting there. Listen, your name is is Corey Spence. You know what I'm saying? Corey Spence. Let's keep it.
Yo, you said Corey Spence. Yo, Corey, don't get cooked like this. Corey, don't get cooked. Get up, get up, get up.
Get up, Corey.
Listen. I want to introduce one of the homies from my area. This is Kelvin. This is yo, Corey. I'm trying to introduce one of the homies, man. He's also an undefeated fighter from around my way. His name is Kevin Walsh. What's going on?
What's going on? What's up, guys? How we doing?
What's up with my guys?
Good.
So,
get ready for this fight, man. We 7 days away. I'm ready.
Hey, you work with Jermaine Ortiz. You did some sparring, right?
Yeah, I got some sparring in with him.
How was it?
He's ready too.
How's he look?
It was good. He looks good. He's strong. I'm saying he's fast. He's ready to go. I'm excited. I'm excited for that.
What did you get out of the experience? I mean, obviously he's a local guy, but I'm one of the more high-level guys in our area.
Yeah, it was good. It was good, man. It was good because, I feel like he tried to put it on me, and I stood there. I stood my ground. So, I feel like it was good. It helped me out. It helped me boost my ego a little bit, because I did good with him. But nah, he's sharp though. He's really sharp right now. He's strong. He's fast, and I can't take nothing away from Jermaine, man. I think he's going to come out on top, man.
You think he can become a world champion and bring that belt home to Massachusetts?
I do. Absolutely, 100%.
I think if someone is deserving of it, it is this kid, man. I think this kid does have the ability to be a world champion, and I'm excited to see the fight. But I am going to still stand with my decision. I am a Jermaine Ortiz fan, have been before the stardom. And I'm telling you guys this now. I still have to stick to my guns and say Lopez becomes triumphant, because just like Boots, he's a little young and not enough seasoning on that plate yet to face a guy of that caliber. That's it. So who you gonna fight?
Jermaine Ortiz fighting Tszyu. Nah, he's.
Teofimo beat him. Oh yeah, for sure.
I did. I think he wins that fight.
You think Jermaine?
Because if he doesn't say, he's not gonna get called back to camp.
What's that?
I said you said that because if you don't say it's him, you're not gonna get called back to camp.
the way I'm with him forever, man. We in this for the long haul, man, for sure. Absolutely.
So, are you being biased? What he's trying to say is, are you being biased upon?
Yeah, I know what he's trying to say. No, not at all. Because to be honest, I'm a Teofimo fan.
I remember you told me that. Yeah.
I am. Yeah. Fan. I love the guy ever since he came around. You know what I'm saying? I seen him a couple years ago, and he's slick. He's very slick. He's fast. He's strong. But Jermaine's hungry right now, man. I think he's on another level right now from where he was the Loma fight. He was
everybody be hungry when they first get their chance. That don't mean nothing though.
Yeah, but I think he's different now. I think he's just a different fighter than when he went to fight Lomachenko. And I think that 5 pounds is going to help him out. I think that he's stronger right now.
He lost to Lomachenko, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gonna lose this.
Close fight.
Yeah, he did, but it could have went either way, to be honest. It was a good fight.
He gonna lose this one too, though. I can say this much, that throughout my years of coaching and being in the ring, so many people have this perception from the outsiders, the outside perspective looking inward. They believe because a person has certain attributes, the physicality, there is nothing like you standing in front of that opponent and realizing how fast and how powerful they actually are. So I feel like a lot of people will say, oh, Lopez is this, Lopez is that. If he comes in mentally sharp, I don't think there's anybody that beats him when he's mentally sharp. If he is not dealing with some type of emotional distress, I don't think that there's a person in his weight class that can beat him. Personal.
Hey, Lorenzo, your fighter actually fought on the same card as Kevin. in that Boston fight. You remember him?
Yeah. No, I was gonna say that earlier. Like Teofimo is a talented motherfucker for real, man. It's just like my man said, his mental his mental plays a big part and his fight. But right now, I think some of the things that he's been going through is behind him, like his son, him getting his son and everything. I think I see a different kid online. He's back to having fun. You know, he's back to dancing and all that. I don't see Ortiz beat him, man. You know why? I also another thing too, just to mention, I have not heard his father's mouth at all. At all.
Yeah, because Teo shut him up.
Fact. Teo, yeah.
Yeah, Teo shut him up.
The best part.
Because I text Junior and he said, my son don't let me go do no more interviews and this and that. So no exclusives anyway.
And that's good because typically he's like a Danny Garcia.
It's good, but it's bad. The promotion.
Yeah, it's bad because he wants all the damn stardom.
We don't care about that. We care about getting entertained.
I feel like but it does matter to Teofimo Lopez. Yeah.
What were you saying, Kev?
I feel like his dad, when his dad gets in the mix of things, it fucks with Teofimo Lopez.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, how I feel. Absolutely. Yeah. So Teo just wants to do his own thing and, focus and not have his father in there, causing a scene and just doing what he usually does. Hey, you want to hear a little like it's boxing related, but it has to do with Lopez. Whenever, and this is just the truth. Whenever you see Lopez put out a dance video, he's gonna win, bro. It's just like it's like one of those like what do you call that? Like a little omen or whatever. What people do whenever he puts out a dance video and he's dancing, he typically wins. You know what I'm saying? But when he's talking all methodical and carrying chess pieces and doing all that, he don't put on a good display. But when he's having fun, that's a bad man.
Yeah, he was dancing on the gear up of Lomachenko and the gear up of Josh Taylor. That is true.
Yeah. He's using all this, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to go with the flow right now and catch that energy, the right energy, just like you're supposed to do going into a fight. So, I'm saying that's from a fighter's perspective. But, no, I still think Jermaine go in there, and it's going to be a big upset, and he's going to win. Facts.
So, the fight that you have coming up, right, it's in a couple of days. It's the guy that we did the online face-off with, right? What's his name?
Nah, that was Michael Valentine.
So that's not happening.
Nah, that's not happening.
Was it supposed to happen again, or like what? What had happened?
He retired. I think he retired after he got injured, and after that, never came back, man.
Yeah, look, he retired after an interview. Coño.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, I haven't seen him since, man. Now everybody else in this gym wants to fight me. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yup. So
they gotta fight. So other guys gotta fight his own battles. Damn.
Can I ask you a question, Kev? Yes. What do you believe that Jermaine Ortiz brings to this fight that can pose a threat against Teofimo Lopez?
And on top of it, and to add that, let that be like a double up question. Like when you got the phone call, was this the first time that you worked with Jermaine?
Yes, it was the first time.
All right. So what was the feeling knowing the fact that you had to mirror Teofimo Lopez, or did you just do your own thing?
I basically did my own thing because I feel like my style when I'm in my zone, I feel like my style is kind of like Teofimo. So I just did my own thing and I did good.
It's funny when I seen the picture of you guys all. That's the first thing that came through my head.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think it went well. It went well. For sure.
H Money in the building. What's going on, man? Thank you for joining the panel.
We're gonna keep working. We're gonna keep sparring. So it's going good. You didn't answer my question. You didn't answer the question. What do you feel that Ortiz brings to the table that poses a threat against Lopez? Oh, yeah. I think that he's just too strong right now. I think he's too strong right now for Teo. And I know Teo's strong too, but
you can't pay him at 130, right?
He's too big.
You can't pay him at 130. So him being too strong for you is an obvious. He's 140.
I'm not saying he's too
Oh,
strong.
excuse me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, honest. I'm not saying he's too strong for me. Did he put you on your podcast? Absolutely not. Nah, he's okay. So you're not doing it to Lopez then? He didn't put me down. He I could say, he might have tried, you know what I'm saying, definitely, but he couldn't put me, but he's a strong motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So he tried to put you down, but he wasn't capable. That's what you're saying. Between me and you, yeah, I think that all right, cool. So then Lopez don't have
it was hard work, you're saying. That shit was tough work.
Yeah, we don't take it easy sparring from where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? We go pretty much 100%. So yeah.
I like that. He goes, where we're from, we don't do none of that easy tech sparring around here.
Nah.
So y'all were taking each other's heads off. Y'all were trying to.
We was boxing. We wasn't really trying. When you boxing, when you're fighting, you don't really want to try to take each other's heads off. But to be honest, when his coach, one of his coaches actually came up to me and was like, "Yo, make sure you go in there and try to take his fucking head off, Kev." So,
Was it his uncle? Was it his uncle?
My man Rock.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But nah, man, Jermaine's a beast, man. He's a fucking animal. Do you think he's on weight right now? Do you think that the weight cut, everything's gonna be fine? There's not gonna be any excuses for weight. You think he's gonna come on or under? Nah, he's on. He's gonna be on point. I'm pretty sure. I mean, yeah. Right now he's buck. I don't know, buck 55 or something like that. What's the fight at 140? Yeah. Yeah, and he's still got time, so he's ready, man. He's ready. Hey, Neil, what are their measurements? Do they measure up really well? I think they do, right?
Who?
Jermaine and Lopez, they measure up pretty well. Are they pretty?
Yeah, I mean, Jermaine a little bigger.
Yeah, Jermaine's a little bigger. I think Jermaine's a little longer.
Yeah, he's a little longer. He's a little bigger. Yeah.
Who do you feel is faster?
I think probably. What do you think?
I can't say because I never sparred with Teo, but I think.
Yeah, but we all got eyes.
I think Lopez is faster just from the eye test.
Yeah, me too.
I could.
But I also will say this. I think that when Ortiz lets the combinations go, say if you say, yo, throw a 3-piece, 4-piece combination, I think that Ortiz will finish first. But I think the first punch that gets landed, Teo will land that first punch first.
Oh, you know what? The only thing that puts my back against the fence right now, if it goes all 12, let's just say for instance, if it goes all 12, I'm still choosing Lopez. But if it goes all 12, the one thing that's gonna mess Lopez up is his damn scar tissue, bro.
You know what? I'm glad that are you taking that from Coach Kenny Ellis? Coach Kenny Ellis said the same thing.
I was thinking about his past fights, and
he always get cut. Nobody's talking about that, bro. Nobody's talking about that.
Dude, that's what's probably gonna happen. And I was just thinking, just in my own brain when I was thinking about his fighting, when I was trying to compare the speeds. Okay. That scar tissue might get him the loss. It'll make him look like he got beat up because even Lomachenko gave him some swelling. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like, damn, dude. And I'm like, damn, if Jermaine Ortiz hits harder than Lopez, it can go south real fast. Yeah. It's discouraging. Jermaine definitely hits harder than Loma, pretty sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's nothing worse than a coach having to take his fighter comes back to the corner. I'm just saying this because if I'm not coaching someone, I'm being someone's cut man. It's so discouraging when the fighter comes back and you have to worry about the swelling and the cut instead of being able to adapt to the game plan. You know what I'm saying? And make the adjustment because it takes away from it. So if Lopez has to go to that corner, knowing the way his dad talks and his team, if they're not synchronized, it could take away from adjustments that Ortiz could capitalize on. So that scar tissue automatically, I believe, takes a round or two away from Lopez automatically. So yeah, so if it goes to decision, Ortiz will win if the scar tissue plays a factor.
Walsh, how many rounds were you able to do with Jermaine?
6.
6?
He did 1 each day of the week.
That's not. That's not bad. I mean, did
my fight 6 rounds? So and Jermaine's definitely on another level than me. So I didn't wanna overdo it.
So he couldn't. Okay, so he couldn't have did. He could have did more rounds. Your team decided, hey, I think 6 is good for my guy.
Jermaine did, I think, 12.
Yeah, he has to. I mean, you see with the Lomachenko fight, the championship rounds, he slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, Jermaine did like 12, 14. Yep.
Okay, so you
ever got the best of him? Shit, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just getting a feel for it, man. So your money's on Jermaine, and is that by decision or stoppage? Shit, that's by decision. By decision. Where you at, Mill, with it? I forgot where you're at with it. Where's your stance?
I got I think it's I'm actually with this fight right here. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna leave it alone because of Jermaine and Teo. But it's a close fight and it's a 50-50 fight. I'm gonna lean a little bit towards Teo for the experience, but this is a real fight though.
Yeah, this is a real fight. Do you feel like that this is as and this is for Mill or you two, Kev? My question for the viewers: do you think that this is the equivalent to a Boots and a Crawford match, the way it is Lopez and Jermaine Ortiz? Do you feel like it's
a better fight?
You feel like it's a better fight?
Yeah, like we're gonna get a fight. We're actually gonna get a fight.
No doubt. Yeah. As in like it's not the Boots and
the build up. We can't talk about the build up, but the fight.
The build up ain't. I don't even think the build up's not even close.
You know who wins? The fans that got to pay the cheap tickets for the fight because it's a good fight.
The fight's gonna be lit.
Before we go, Kev, let everybody know what's up with you, and as far as your fight is concerned, let the panel know a little bit about yourself before we let you go. This guy's from Mill City as well.
I'm 10-0, 4 KOs, but I fight tough competition. I'm with CES Boxing right now.
Shout out to Zab Judah in the live as well.
With Jimmy Birchfield. Shout out to Zab Judah. Saying definitely, one of my idols out there. Dude's an animal, dude's a beast. Hopefully one day we get to talk. But
I didn't put you guys on together?
I don't think
so. One time.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay. Shout out to Lamont Roach, another champion in the live.
Yeah, man. So I'm 10-0, man. I'm about to be 11-0. I'm always, I train like an animal every single day. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the gym. I live for boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's how I pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? It's how, I feed my family. And, I'm just, I got my next fight is February 3rd. Mohegan Sun Casino. Against a tough opponent. He's 9-2 with 7 KOs. I'm 10-0 with 4 KOs, so it's an interesting fight. He's a strong opponent. And, I'm fast, I'm strong, I'm ready to go. And I'm excited, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready for those 6 rounds. Ready to get the knockout, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. Can't wait.
You said Mohegan Suns?
Yes, Mohegan Sun Casino, yo.
So for anybody that wants to check that out, that bout out that's in Connecticut, definitely check out my man right here. Once again,
right, man, I'm out of here.
You already know, brother. Much love to you. See if my guy Lamont want to come up in here. But yeah, man, it's been some time since we've chopped it up. Seen some great performances from you. The last one that you had up in Boston, was that the last one?
Nah, that was the one before the last one, yo.
Okay.
That was at Agnes Arena. My last one was in Worcester at the Palladium.
Oh, I love that spot. It
was nice. Yeah.
Who held that card?
Chuck Sherns.
Okay. Because I know the Rivera Promotions, they love to throw shows over there.
Oh yeah, they throw shows over there all the time.
Right. So hey, bro, this is around your time, man. Your breakthrough is starting to come real soon. You can start to see it. When you gonna get 8 rounds? When you gonna start touching those?
Yeah, next fight gonna be 8 rounds for sure. Next fight. And I'm already sparring, 6, 8. Sometimes 10, 12, depending on how I'm feeling that day. So I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to go. I'm in there sparring with the best. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm only getting better. I'm still young. I'm fresh. And, I got the whole world ahead of me. My city got my back. Shout out to Brockton.
Let me shout out to my YouTube channel. Let them know who they're talking to. This is my man, Kevin Walsh. We got over 154 people on the live. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. He's helped Jermaine Ortiz get ready for Teofimo Lopez while he has a bout coming up in Connecticut.
Yes, sir.
So that's Kevin Walsh right there. Make sure you guys follow him. Let everybody know where they can find you, Kev.
King Kevin Walsh on Instagram. King Kevin Walsh on Instagram. Kevin Walsh on Facebook. And you can look me up on YouTube as well. Kevin Walsh boxing.
Oh, you got a YouTube? Okay, lit.
Yeah. I got some. Well, I got fights on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you can look me up on YouTube as well.
Word.
February 3rd, Mohegan Sun, man. I can't wait, man. 11-0, and hopefully I'll be getting the big calls one day, to make some good money, to beat some solid opponents, so I could be a little bit more recognized in the world.
Absolutely, man. I'm expecting big things from you. You seem like a guy that don't duck smoke, so continue that energy, so that way we do get to see you on TV soon.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. I appreciate you always.
Absolutely, man. This is Kevin Walsh out of the Mill City area, man. Make sure you guys check him out. Much love to you, my brother. To the next one.
Yes, sir. I'll see you soon, brother. Thank you.
You got it. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen, for everyone that's in the YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Great segment. I gotta say, great callers as well. From anytime I go on Instagram and I do the calls, we have guys like Zab Judah, Corey Spinks, the legends, James Toney, Sugar Shane Mosley. They follow Mill City Boxing, so that's why you should follow Mill City Boxing as well too. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. It's your boy Mills from Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media, the Fighters Channel, the Trainers Channel, the People's Channel. I'm out. We'll probably be back on later on tonight. Much love to y'all. God bless.